There we go. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Aries Bookman, left-hand pathocultist and psycho-spiritual consultant. So I don't just offer consultations. Consultations are what I do. Monday morning, I'm here for it. Today we're talking about Path of the Mother. Last week we talked about Path of the Child. And I already see a few things I have to delineate. I was thinking to myself, how do I want to approach this today? I already see it. Just as Nah, it's okay. Welcome to the show. Side EJ, it's good to see you in the building. Got in here early. Rocky, welcome to the show. Got the coffee on deck. Tierra, Team Tierra, okay. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Hope both of y'all are there. Like I said, last week I talked about Path of the Child. This week I want to talk about Path of the Mother. What I'm talking about here it's essential to methodology, especially if you're trying to build it yourself. A lot of people who are into spirituality in the cult right now are rebelling against something else. Like dudes who get into the red pill because something bad happened. And now they rebelling against that, trying to run to this. And look, I don't know what to tell you, player. I don't know what to tell you. I get the sentiment, but I don't know what to tell you. This ain't something you can run from something else and get over here. Motherfuckers rebelling against religion. I'm not religious, Aries, but stop. You religiously not religious. Shut up. Sorry, I'm a dick. Before I start, motherfuckers think if I'm making fun of you, that means you're doing something wrong. Like, no, you can do everything right, and I'm gonna talk shit. That's because I talk shit. I'm awful. I'm awful. Like, bro, you could be balls deep in 3 different women. And I'm gonna walk up and be like, who knows how I walked up while you sitting there fucking, right? I'm gonna walk up and be like, bro, you don't get no bitches. You can't use whether or not I'm talking shit to tell whether or not you getting it. That's your feelings again, bro. I'll tell you whether or not you're getting it for real, because I want you to get it. Relax, you good 11. What's good, Aries? Top of the week, top of the morning. Let's get into it. All right, boy, you already know we about to do that. I gotta change the flyer for next season. Last thing, I say this because I mean what I say. I'm gonna bring the show. I'm gonna bring the shitstorm back. But I want to finish this out. I'm more than likely do it next season, next semester from the Guild. But yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do because I got all this shit here for motherfuckers who want what they want, and you're not gonna look because you know I don't have no time, bro. I don't have no time sitting there on TikTok. But stop, whatever. Let me get into this. Let go. Just look at my boat. Didn't I do a good job? No. I gotta stop doing that because I know that my audio and the beat ain't lined up, so it sounds like I'm just off beat. Alright guys, let's get into some guidance on godhood. Motherfuckers really think spirituality is just being calm. That's so dumb, but I'm a dick. It's not just being dumb. It's a misconception. It's a misunderstanding, and I understand why they say that. Most of why they say that is what we're gonna talk about today, though. Al Dickey, good to see you in the chat. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Good morning. Um, yeah, most of why they say that is misconceptions about things. Misconceptions, and you only came to get what you wanted, and you didn't really look at it. You know. So what we're talking about today, okay? Path of the mother. Um, Now, when I say path of the mother, what am I talking about? In the Bookman model, which is the cosmological model that I use to teach metaphysics and spirituality in a practical sense. Everybody wants to know, how do I get this practical, Aries? Okay, wonderful. This guidance on God is what we talk about. Um, path of the mother. In the Western tradition, to the degree to which it's named at all, this is called the middle path, okay? Um, because in some respects it's not even named. A lot of times it's construed as the path of no path, um, and a lot of people's understanding of the middle path comes out of the Theosophical Society. Not to say the only people in the West that ever did it. I'm not saying that, but most people in the West understanding of the middle path comes from the Theosophical Society. Uh, they were at, and this is a brief overview. They were attempting to scientificize, if you will, the idea of spirituality. So they were taking the Western scientific lens and putting it onto spirituality. They were taking a lot of influence from the East. Um, the whole division of East and West is a result of colonization. It's a fucking sphere. Won't tell the flat earthers that, though. They can't handle it. What a dick. Three paths of ascension, okay? Last week I talked about path of the child. This week I'm talking about path of the mother. Um, don't. See? I get better. I get better at this. Um, Look. Most people, when they're running from religion, right? They're running from their traditions and their cultures. Um, what they're taught by other people who don't understand but get to speak. What they're taught is that the right hand path. It's called the right hand path in the Western tradition. In the Bookman model, I call it path of the child. That's what I talked about last week. They're taught that the right hand path is organized religion. Okay, and so they rebel against organized religion. Why? Because now they don't like the idea of being told what to do, even though they don't know what to do. They don't like the results of what they got. They don't like how I feel. They have trauma. All acceptable. All acceptable. But is the conclusion they come to is the issue. They begin to rebel against organized religion. They want to start to see their own personal relationship with the divine, or just kind of take the position, I am God, I am the universe, I am everything. And it feels good to say that, you know? And they usually stop there with how they're feeling. Uh, God, I can be a dick sometimes. I was gonna, but it's okay. I'm getting better at that. Marshall, good to see you in the chat, sir. Welcome to the show. So, what are the three paths of ascension? Okay, what are we talking about when we're talking right hand path, left hand path, and middle path? Okay, and look, you're probably wrong. Okay, and it's okay to be wrong. It's how you get to right. The right hand path is not organized religion. You can organize religions around the middle path and the left hand path. Back in the day, I used to call this physical life policy. And I would still stand by that. But to be more specific, okay, when we're talking about paths of ascension, we're talking about your angle of approach to the work itself. We're talking about the angle of approach to the work itself. Here, let's go ahead and jump into what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna have to take this fucking example because I think this is one of the better analogies I've come up with to to talk about this. I liked this map. I didn't use this one because it has the methodology overlaid, and I didn't want to do that. Dillard's. Y'all niggas go to Dillard's? I don't mean a dick. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna jump in here. I'm gonna jump into it right here. Okay. Um, why am I talking about your angle of approach? 111 user, good to see you in the chat. Top of the morning, welcome to the show. Why am I talking about your angle of approach? Areas, just meditate and breathe deep. Duh, right? That's spiritual. If I meditate and breathe deep, I've done the work. If I boiled my back oil and it's bubbling up my spine to hit my cranial nerves, obviously I've done what I need to do for the electromagnetic mix of the spectrum. Bro, just chill. And niggas will really get away with that. That's where I have to start. I have to start there. I can't start here because you don't understand why this makes any sense. Look, first of all, I'm going to come right back to this, but this is why your angle of approach is huge when it comes to your methodology, especially if you're trying to build methodology yourself from the ground up. Okay? It's not simply a matter of Aries, tell me what to do. No. I'm awful. I don't want to just tell you what to do. Go eat a bag of baby dicks. There, I just told you what to do, but I don't want to do that. So now I got to tell you what to do, and it's got to be something you want to do? That's telling. That's telling of why you're even here. Your issues, you don't know what to do. You don't know how to do. Okay? The angle of approach, where you enter the mall, is going to determine how you do something. Okay? Look, they're having a sale at Old Navy, 35% off of the new draws. You got to get some new draws, okay? How you enter the mall is going to dictate how your methodology works. It's so simple. And this is only the second order of things that dictate how your methodology works. I got to go to the first order of things. Because this is the more crucial point, it's the more pertinent point, and motherfuckers ain't getting it. They think they can just do whatever they're doing. You take this tip and you in. I know you want it to. But who cares what you want? You don't care what nobody else wants. Why would anything care what you want? First and foremost. I know, put down the Sephiroth names, put down your chakras. I know that Sanskrit word sounds cool. Put it down. Because you don't know what the fuck that is. I know that it translates to, nigga, when have you been translating that? Huh? You haven't. What you're doing is repeating what somebody else said. The nature of your predicament. As a thing is bound, so it is unbound. If you are chained to a floor, but you don't realize the nature of your predicament, oh, I'm chained to this floor. You're not gonna get out of that predicament. This is why you need to know the nature of your predicament. As a thing is bound, so it is unbound. If you're chained to the floor and you're gonna get out of that predicament, what's gonna unbind you is what's bound you to begin with. So you're gonna have to go to the chains, right? It's very simple. So look, the nature of your predicament for most everyone in the West, as a result of globalism, colonization, etc., because I'll go into it, most people have the metaphysics of post-Enlightenment Europe, okay? Post-Enlightenment Europe is part of this huge Cartesian project. Aries, what you mean Cartesian project? Don't say big words. See, I pissed myself off. You saw that, right? Okay, physicalism. Because I talk about metaphysics. I'm an enthusiast of metaphysics. Metaphysics is not just a spooky word and a sciencey word. You say masculine and feminine, then you say electric and magnetic, and now because we're used to that type of language, it sounds that's on something. You got something right there. Electric and magnetic. The problem though is you didn't understand those things to begin with. And so now you got one group of things you ain't understand and another group of things you ain't understand, and somebody use them in the same sentence. So you're impressed because you never heard it like that way. And so it seems like you must be on track. This nigga must be saying some shit. And it's like, no. They just put together words that you didn't know to begin with. The metaphysics that people have in the West by default is your issue. Melanin, cells, metabolism, electromagnetic spectrum, magnetosphere, 0-point energy, dark matter. These are artifacts of a particular metaphysics. These are artifacts of a particular metaphysics. So what is metaphysics, Aries? I hate you niggas. You have Google in your pocket, but you'll still ask a basic question. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. All right? Here, I'm just going to give you the Wikipedia. All right? Real simple, guys. Real simple. Not even look at the page. Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy. It's not spooky science. Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy. For something to be spiritual, it has to have some type of continuity with reality beyond the physical world. For something to be spiritual, it needs to have some type of continuity with reality beyond the physical world. So what, Aries? I get that. Slow down. Because look, the metaphysics you're using, melanin, subatomic quantum jibber-jabber-jobs, right? You got the new quantum word, so you think you're doing it. You're wrong. Waves and particles, magnetosphere. If you're magnetosphere with the balls of fire, shut up. Wrong. Look, that metaphysics is all physical. When you're talking about these natural sciences, the presumption within the metaphysics is that everything is physical. This is part of the reason today cosmology has just been reduced to astrophysics. This is part of the reason you motherfuckers can't understand the spiritual stuff because you're so ready to reduce it to some physical phenomenon. What they was really talking about is insert some physical thing. You missed it. People are really impressed with the way we think today. And they take so much of it for granted. But this is part of the reason philosophy is important. You need to be thinking about your thinking. You need to be thinking about your thinking. They were not talking about fucking back vertebrae. Analogies, metaphors. You've mixed the map with the territory. You can't tell the difference between the map and what the map is talking about. It bothers me because I actually enjoy metaphysics. I actually enjoy occultism. Like, this is life. I try and teach motherfuckers how to make this a lifestyle. Imagine somebody walking in your front yard and just start duking, right? You went out there cutting the grass, you fertilizing it, doing the hedges. Here come whoever the fuck, right? Just comes and shit in your yard. What we got in metaphysics? Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy that examines the basic structure of reality. The basic structure of reality. If your metaphysics is physicalism or materialism, both of those words are somewhat synonymous. I try not to say materialism anymore because when I say materialism, because people don't question their own thinking, they think, oh, he means being materialistic. No, sweetheart, no. physicalism. All of what makes something real is its physicalness. What makes something real is its physicalness in the metaphysics of physicalism. Shit ain't real until you've reduced it to something physical. You'll even hear people who present this information talk to you about it. And they'll give you all the cool spiritual metaphors and then say some shit like, but in real life, what you mean real life? So all that shit you were saying wasn't real? And that's the case. That's the problem. Because their underlying metaphysics makes all of that not real. This is why it's pseudoscience. When you motherfuckers are trying to mix materialism and spirituality. Cranial nerve activation with the centrifugal spin of the DNA. That's pseudoscience. That's pseudoscience. It's literal pseudoscience. I get you're reaching for something. I get you're trying to say something. And you want points for what you intended to do. The reaper come for what you did, not what you meant to do. Not what you was trying to do, not what you was finna do, what you did. Motherfuckers so hype on them damn default fucking trophies. Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy. It has three basic fundamental subgroups. Ontology, epistemology, and cosmology. Okay, now when I say cosmology, get out of the astrophysics. All right, please, because what you're doing again is making everything physical. The Cartesian project, it goes back to Descartes, okay? You ever heard the I think therefore I am, right? Sounds nice, sounds spooky, niggas love it. That comes from Descartes, okay? Well, it's attributed to Descartes because most of the history of philosophy that we have is just reduced to Europe because they burned most everything else, or just called it, jigaboo jungle bunny nonsense. So that's going to be attributed to Descartes. Okay, what do you mean by the reaper is coming? I never understood that meaning. The reaper comes for what you did, not what you meant to do, what you're trying to do, what you're finna do. It basically means fuck your intentions. What did you do? This is the example I like to give because I have conversations with my family about some bullshit, right? And they get on this is what I meant to do. Like, okay, congratulations. We got hero cookies in the oven. Fuck what you meant to do. What did you do? Here's an example, right? Let's say I got a football, right? And I say, here's my intention. I'm going to throw this football to the moon, right? That's my intention. That's what I meant to do. When I take it, cock it back, right? Wow! And I throw it. And it hits your little baby sister in the face across the street, right? Now, what I meant to do, what I was trying to do, what I wanted to do, what my intentions were, was to throw it to the moon. But what I did was hit your little baby sister in the face. Those are two different things. Motherfuckers caught up in what they wanted to be, what their intention was. And see, you come over there, look, I hit your little baby sister in the face, right? You come over to me, hey man, you hit my little sister in the face with that fucking ball. No. See, what my intention was to throw it to the moon. So I'm supposed to take that in my little sister's face bleeding, right? Right? See, son, fuck what you meant to do. Fuck what you finna do. Fuck what you wanted to do. What did you do? That's what it means. See, you got caught up in the idea of the Reaper, bro. You looking for the spooky thing. It's real simple. It's just I don't know if I want to say it's a metaphor or an analogy. But I was gonna go all the way up. But yeah, look, it's about not what your intentions were. Congratulations, you had good intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Look, I just did it again. That's a metaphor. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Fuck what you meant to do. What did you do? See, that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different ball game. I don't care how good your intentions were. What did you do? I want to see a metaphor of your communication when you were speaking. I want to see a metaphor of your communication when you're speaking. I don't know, but I got hours and hours of that shit. You use a lot of metaphors when speaking. That's the English language. That's the English language. The English language is right with metaphor. Right with metaphors. Look, I just did it again. Bro, you're not going to get away from that. You're not going to get away from that. I can tell you that right now. This is part of the reason I really do push motherfuckers, instead of the spooky books, pick up a dictionary and like really understand, start to learn language, learn words. Cause I know when I was in high school, they had me in English class. And I'm like, what the fuck do I need English class? I speak English. Didn't realize. Took me years before I realized I ain't know English like I thought I knew English. I knew how to speak to other dead slave niggas. And cause we babbling together, we think we doing it. Nah, bro, I was all the way off. Metaphysics, 3 subcategories, okay? Ontology, epistemology, cosmology. Ontology is the philosophical study of being. So when you're asking a question like, what is real? That's an ontological question. It's a philosophical question. Many people are very ingrained in the metaphors of physicalism. In the maps, the models, and the metaphors of physicalism. Atoms are a metaphor. Atoms are a metaphor. It's a piece of a model. It's a piece of a map. But people are so engrossed in these ideas, they're so deeply entrenched in framing their reality based on those metaphors. Look. Look, these are models. This is a metaphor for a phenomenon. And you use this metaphor to help predict the behavior of the world. And just the physical world at that. So, metaphor you're not going to get away from. You're not going to get around. Like sometimes motherfuckers want things to be the most obvious and plain. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. It's the more you devote yourself to questioning your own thinking, the less you'll need everything to be so plain and obvious. I'm telling you, it's real shit, bro. But you know, it's easy to just look at me. Look at him just talking shit. Fuck Arius. Okay, cool. Whatever. Ontology. All right, this is part of metaphysics. The question of what is real. What constitutes real? What makes something real? You want to find, what's real, Arius? Which one of these things is real? That's an ontological question. It's a philosophical question. Okay? Epistemology. Epistemology is the study of knowledge. So what is knowledge? What does it mean to know? How do we know? What can be known? These are epistemological questions. Epistemology. Epi, like an EpiPen, you know, you got the little, what is it, like an adrenaline rush or something? Epistemology. Epistemology is the philosophical study of knowledge. Okay, so metaphysics is composed of ontology, the study of being, or what is real, what exists. Epistemology, the study of knowledge, because I can't tell you something exists without telling you how it can be known. Those two are going to go hand in hand. All right. The last one is cosmology. Cosmology is talking about everything I talked about in epistemology and ontology. Cosmology is asking, okay, well, how do I take all of these things? How do these things come together? What is the nature of their interaction in terms of creating a cosmos? Okay. You need all 3 to be talking about metaphysics. Just because somebody says DNA spirit molecule does not make it metaphysics. That's literal pseudoscience. Atoms, cells, particles, electromagnetic sphere, magnetosphere, dark matter, dark energy, 0-point energy, cold fusion. Like, bro, the metaphysics these come from is physicalism. And this is why that's so important. Once again, as the thing is bound, so it is unbound. This is why that's so important. Where is it again? Because that metaphysics is made not to be able to do what y'all are trying to do. It's made not to contain any of the spiritual stuff. I gotta say it again. I'm gonna have to keep saying it because you're not gonna get it until you look. You think it's just gonna pop into your head. Oh, I get it now. Like, that's how you think. Anyways, it's made not to be able to do what y'all is trying to do. This is why I call it cosmological bleach. Bleach is made not to support life. I can support life in water, dirt, air, right? I can support life in a sulfuric, boiling hot crater. I can support life there. You can't do it in bleach. And that's not because something is wrong with bleach. It's literally made not to be able to do that. Physicalism is made not to be able to do that. The same place you're getting atoms, cells, neurons. Everybody loves a neuron with a neuronic synaptic explosion of the electrical magnetic. Look, I'm not saying those things aren't real. That's an ontological question. I'm saying that metaphysics is made not to fit the spiritual stuff you're trying to do. Spiritual means it has a continuity or connection with something beyond the physical world. In the metaphysics of physicalism, ain't nothing beyond the physical world. The metaphysics people in the West are trying to use to connect to spirituality is made not to. It's not a conspiracy. It's not some secret motherfuckers are hiding from you. Before you assume somebody hiding something, question whether or not, maybe I'm an ignorant motherfucker. Maybe I need to learn a bit more before I start deciding how the world works. Malik, good to see you in the chat. Welcome to the show. This is why I start with metaphysics every single time. Because I'm not going to give you some methodology based on the metaphysics you're using because it's made not to be able to do what you're doing. This is part of the reason Christianity don't fit so many people nowadays. This is part of the reason most spiritual and religious stuff don't fit people today. Because that stuff was made with a completely different metaphysics. Those spiritual systems and religious rites were made based on a completely different metaphysics. And we're so deeply entrenched in the idea that the metaphysics we use today is modern. It's contemporary. Modern has this connotation of this is evolved to the best it can be, the most efficient, the most effective. And it's wrong. It's wrong. It's missing something very crucial. It claims to do experiments without an experimenter. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Because look, and this is why I show you guys people like, no, I'm going to keep that up here. I show y'all people like Dr. Donald Hoffman. Sorry, I was typing ridiculously. I show y'all people like Dr. Donald Hoffman, right? You can find this thing on YouTube. He's a mathematical physicist. See, I don't study physics. I've studied enough to know I'm not the motherfucker you need to come asking for it. Don't go ask me for the 2x3, 220, 275. What? No, I ain't give you that. Anyway, mathematical physicist. All right? This motherfucker studies what y'all trying to talk about. Y'all love math, right? You love saying, well, the mathematical equation of this, and math is the language of the universe. I don't think so. I think it's a very effective tool. I doubt it's the language of the universe, but motherfuckers like to think that. Go ahead, look, mathematical physicists. So when people are talking about the spin of subatomic particle and how that's being calculated, People like that do it. I talked to you guys about Bernardo Castro. Yeah, I'll do the wiki so you can see his do you have a wiki? They ain't got no wiki on Bernardo Castro? Boy, stop. That's crazy. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. Yeah, Bernardo Castro, right? The proponent of metaphysical idealism or analytic idealism, excuse me, that's specifically, sorry, it's falling off my table. Analytic idealism, okay? Idealism is a particular type of metaphysics. You want to talk about some subatomic particles, right? You think it's in the subatomic particles. This motherfucker was at CERN when they discovered the Higgs boson. You want to talk about quantum shit, right? These are the motherfuckers spend their life studying it. Go listen to them. All right? They will tell you space-time is not fundamental. These things, people are trying to reduce spirituality to oiling your spine. Those things aren't fundamental to reality. Atoms, not fundamental to reality. So look, if atoms and subatomic particles are not fundamental to reality, anything that's made of them isn't fundamental to reality. So you're dealing with spirituality, bro. You look into the fundamentals of reality to put yourself in line with them. The shit y'all trying to use ain't fundamental. Melanin is not fundamental to reality. Fuck, it's a subatomic particle from a metaphysics that has no, it's just all physical. It has nothing outside of the physical realm. That metaphysics is made not to do that. It is bleach. It's bleach. Physicalism is fucking bleach. And you can't just put spiritual words on top of it and now you're doing it. It's wrong. It's very wrong. I show you guys Dr. John Vervaeke. Okay, I always fuck up spelling his name, don't I? Oh no, I got it right. Anyways, where's his wiki? Oh, come on, this thing. I know this. Oh, there it goes. I know this thing got a wiki, right? They all over the place. Gotta have a wiki. Bro, you playing me? Nah, here's his website though. I show you guys. Like, I will show you people besides me. I will show you people that study the thing y'all motherfuckers is trying to claim you can make it into spiritual, and it's wrong. It's wrong, bruh. Do you think consciousness is the fundamental aspect of reality? That's called idealism. Now, I wouldn't say consciousness. I don't even like the word consciousness because motherfuckers don't even know what they mean when they say it. But what you're talking about is idealism. You need to look at Bernardo Castro. I just had him on the screen. I featured his work in many episodes. John Vervaeke is a GOAT. Okay, cool. He's actually pretty good. But the thing I don't like about John Vervaeke, because I love most of his work, to be completely honest, especially when I'm trying to teach you niggas shit, he's not a metaphysician. But I do appreciate that he understands the significance of metaphysics. He's a cognitive scientist. And I don't like cognitive science for the reason that it tends to try and smuggle physicalism into the discussion. And it's just, I see what you're doing. Stop that. I see what you're doing. That's why I pulled the question from of whether or not fundamental is reality is consciousness is fundamental. Look, John Vervaeke talks about that, or he has conversations with people about things like that. Go look at that material, please. Because look, before any of this methodology is going to hit for real, you need to know metaphysics. If you want to understand how to build methodology from the ground up, you need metaphysics. Especially if you don't necessarily know what you believe yet. See, if you actually know what you believe and you're dedicated to it, oh, that's different. That's different. It'll work, but not because you got it right. A broken clock is right twice a day. You might take them 2 times a day and think, here's the proof. My clock is right. Like, bro, that's so wrong. I seen a thread on Reddit of people shitting on John Vervaeke. Said he makes it too complex. They prefer others. The motherfuckers who say it's too complex don't understand what's said, and they don't know how to admit that. It's not too complex. Maybe the subject is broader than people like to make it. Hell yeah, man. Fuck them. Fuck motherfuckers on Reddit, bruh. Fuck motherfuckers on Reddit. Okay, yeah. Look, those are just a few people you can look at. Those are just I highlight those people because they make this stuff simple to the degree to which it can be simple. Motherfuckers is quick to say Kundalini, melanin, DNA and act like that was simple. No, you don't know what none of that stuff means, but you picked up the word, start saying it, and you feel good. This shit is much more complicated than people give it credit for. They want it to be simple and obvious because they're shallow. Fuck. So metaphysics are the foundation of everything. Yes. The basic structure of reality. You don't get more fundamental than that. The basic structure of reality. See, you can't just skip to ontology and think that's it, because you can't make an ontological claim without epistemic access. You can't claim there's something ontologically at the base of reality unless you can have some type of an idea about how to know it. So ontology and epistemology are going to go hand in hand. Look, anybody talking ontology and they're not mentioning epistemology, don't know what they're talking about. I'm so serious. But look, most people don't know what they're talking about. And people just get to talk. Welcome to the TikTok age. So I start you with metaphysics. I have to start you at metaphysics because if I just tell you, look, go take this thing here, put it with that, and then say this and that, and now it's done. You can go do what I told you to do, right? But then the next time you need to do something, either you'll come back to me or you're going to have to ask the question, well, why did you tell me to do that? How did that work? And I'd rather just go ahead and skip right to that. Because there's more at play than people want to give credit for. They're just interested in getting what they want and feeling better. And so they miss shit. Okay, great to finally come to the realization of that. Okay, well, finally, been saying it for a while. Fuck you, B. Yeah, but most people are just here giving y'all niggas what you want to hear. So it feel good. You hear something, you hear something about cells. And because people admire science so much today, science is the new priesthood. I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong, but that's how people will treat it. Science, science, science. Oh, thank you. Just a little bit down. Science, science, science. Okay, cool. A scientist said it, but you don't understand it. That could be the same thing 1,000 years ago. Priest said this. Okay, cool, but you don't understand it. And that's a different thing. I'm not saying they wrong for what they said, but if you don't understand what they said, you can't tell me whether or not you agree or disagree. It felt good to hear. Here we go. Look, I'm going to hit you with it because I got to piss real quick. I'm going to hit you with it. You already know what it is, too. Huh? What's going on? I don't understand. I know you don't. It's cool. Look, ignorance is the precursor to knowledge. You're going to get there. Follow me.
And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check? Check. All right then. They play on your emotion. Saying nothing well and playing on your emotion. Tell a person what they want to hear and say nothing well. You can say nothing if you can say it well. They play on your emotion. And that's the problem with our people. They have been teaching you what you wanted to hear and not what you really needed to hear because they didn't know what you really needed to hear. That's called the art of public speaking. They play on your emotion. So that's getting your emotion up to a certain level and you thinking that's spiritual, that's emotionalism. They play on your emotion. And they'd come up and they would come into some stuff and they would be talking all this good stuff and people, yeah. But everybody's ignorant. You see what I'm saying? They play on your emotion. And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check? Yeah. All right then. And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check?
Check.
All right then. They play on your emotion. Saying nothing well and playing on your emotion. Tell a person what they want to hear and say nothing well. You can say nothing if you can say it well. They play on your emotion. And that's the problem with our people. They have been teaching you what you wanted to hear and not what you really needed to hear because they didn't know what you really needed to hear. That's called the art of public speaking. They play on your emotion. So that's getting your emotion up to a certain level, and you thinking that's spiritual, that's emotionalism. They play on your emotion. And they'll come up and they would come into some stuff and they would be talking all this good stuff and people, yeah. But everybody's ignorant. You see what I'm saying? They play on your emotion. And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check?
Check.
All right then. And if everybody
come in, they start saying something, and niggas just, check, facts. But you don't know what the fuck that nigga just said. It felt good to hear him say it, but you don't know what they said. One of my favorite movies is Cloud Atlas, bro. I love Cloud Atlas. It's too complex. No, baby, you shallow. Fuck. Follow the storylines, dumbass. Sorry, I'm a dick. There's a scene in the movie where because the white people, they're in this little tribalistic community. They done lost everything and they back to just caveman type shit, right? And the super advanced space black people come. Well, Halle Berry, right? She come down on a super spaceship and floating over the water and shit. And these white folks out here herding goats and shit, dirty as fuck, right? They don't know what none of that stuff is. Can't even speak good English. But look, so she come in there and she in front of the whole group of them, right? They just want to ask a question because they just impressed. They're like, how your ship float over the water like that? That's all. How your ship do that thing or do? Right? And they all listen. He asked the question, right? Ask the question. Everybody listening. Fusion engines. And hear what they do. Fusion engines, right? You don't know what the fuck they talking about. You don't even know what that is. This bitch could have said anything, and because you dedicated to not making it look like you don't know, you just yeah, obviously, right? No, you don't know what you ever seen a kid ask a bunch of questions, right? And it's natural to do this. It's natural to go through this process, but you got to be able to recognize it. And the kid don't recognize it. Anyway, they'll just start asking questions about things they don't even understand. They don't understand. And the kid will be like, that's too complex. No, you're a little motherfucker. You a little motherfucker. You don't get how big other things are. You don't get how big the thing you asking about is. No, I'm a big boy now, mommy. I'm not a baby anymore, mommy. No, you a little nigga. Fuck you, me. Amar, good to see you in the chat. Welcome to the show. So that's what I'm saying. When I say philosophy is going to require you to think about your thinking. What's the right answer? What the fuck do you mean by right? Which one of these is real? What do you mean by real? You know what I mean. No. Hold on, look. Okay, let me jump to what I think you mean. Which one of these corresponds with something physical? Which one of these can I reduce to physical? Because what I believe is real is physical. But then when I point that out, no, I don't believe it. Fuck, because if it wasn't the case, you would have said something else. Your question has the pretense. Seymour, good to see you in the chat. Systems thinking? I don't know what the question is referring to. It's just two word question. Police come to your door, right? License and registration. Was that even a question? You just said 2 words. Hello, how are you doing today? What? But stop. System thinking, you do want to think in systems because they're dynamic. They're moving pieces of interaction. Most people don't think in systems. They just repeat what they're told. Fuck. Anyway, I start people off here every single time. Every single time, because you're not gonna get methodology unless you start from the beginning. Hey, let's go to the mall map, right? Let's go to the mall map. I know you don't understand that, and I need you to understand that before any of this stuff will start to make fucking sense. Look, you're trying to go to Old Navy to get that 35% off on drawers, right? They're having a sale, 35% off on Old Navy drawers. I gotta get that sale. And you call me up, hey bro, I'm up here at the mall. How I get to Old Navy? And me, I already know you're gonna park next to the food court because it's closest to your house and you always love them free samples. I've been knowing you for a minute. I already know you're gonna do it. So I tell you, look, bro, when you walk in there, go straight. You go all the way through the food court, man. When you hit that crossroad, bust a left, bust another left, and it's gonna be on your right. Cool, right? Look, that'll work for you. What did I skim over? What did I skim over? First of all, basic underlying metaphysics, the structure of reality. If you go to a different mall, that's not going to work. The structure of the reality we're talking about. How do I get to Old Navy at the mall? Well, which mall are you at? Structure of reality. Because if I pull up another mall's map, that's not going to work. Fuck. Look, let's pull up this mall's map, okay? Where the food court? Where the food court? Does it even have a food court? Maybe it's the little fork and spoon, right? Look, I tell you go to the food court, bust a left, bust another left, and it's on your right. That's not going to work in this metaphysics. That's not going to work in this underlying structure. So first and foremost, when I gave you that methodology, I presumed your underlying structure. Next, what was the other thing I presumed that we just glazed over, right? I presumed your angle of approach. Oh, he coming in through the food court. I already know this thing. Right? Because look, if you came in near the Planet Fitness and I told you, bust a left, it's on your right. That's not going to work. So we have to take into account your metaphysics, the underlying structure, and your angle of approach before methodology is going to line up. Right? It's real simple, bruh. But motherfuckers want to get to the part where they get what they want. Fuck what you want. Shit. So first, okay, we're talking ontology and epistemology. We're talking the basic underlying structure. What mall are you at? What mall are you at? Existential essentials. What is reality at large? All right? What is reality at large? How is the mall structured? The basic underlying structure of the mall. What is reality in context of that at large? What stores do you have there and where are they placed? What stores are there and where are they placed? What is the underlying structure of the mall? Ontology. What is the basic categories of reality? Basic structure. Epistemology. What can be known in context? What can be known within that? Fuck. Because it's simple. But motherfuckers don't. They think it's complex because they don't want to have to think anymore. Does that Old Navy even have the drawers that are on sale? Bruh. right? Because look, which mall are you at, right? Because you try, and this is the problem. Y'all motherfuckers are trying to apply some shit that don't fit at this mall. And you don't want to question the mall you're using. That's the metaphysics. And physicalism ain't got an Old Navy. Fuck. Physicalism ain't got an Old Navy. So you can't go get the draw sale. Fuck, man. It's like using Macy's floor plan at Wendy's. Yes. And then talking shit about Wendy's, like something wrong with this Wendy's. No. The motherfuckers are trying to use, they have a physicalist metaphysics, and then Christianity didn't fit, something's wrong with Christianity, so now you're trying to use Buddhist methodologies, and you're still wrong, because you didn't check your underlying metaphysics. Fuck! Sorry. I'm a dick, I'm a piece of shit, this annoys me, it bothers me, and I'm not gonna lie about it. But, continuing. I'm not this bad when it comes to class. I'm having fun. I'm relaxing. I'm enjoying myself. Anyways, the third part, okay? We talked about reality at large. We talked about in context of that at large. Now, what is the narrative or continuity between the two? What puts it all together? Right? Most times when you're learning a spiritual system or a religious rite, they're going to give you a narrative to help explain how everything comes together. Motherfuckers like Samkhya, right? Oh, I done learned this Sanskrit word. This the real thing. They were trying to hide from me. And once you know this, you know what the real thing is, player. No, you're wrong, bruh. You're wrong. I get you excited you found something you never seen before. But, bruh, you actually looked. That's the thing. It's not that you found the secret. You've been hiding the secret from yourself because you're too busy staying on the same old shit. And just because you found something new don't mean you found the thing. You just found something different than what you was looking at. They will give you a narrative to put everything together. See, Christianity wasn't wrong. You just didn't understand. Let's answer this in Christian terms. I'm going to show you how to answer it in the Bookman model. Answer it in Christian terms. What is reality at large? What is the grounds of being? What is the basic structure? Heaven, hell, earth. At large, it's heaven, hell, and earth. Why? Because anything else that exists is going to exist in context of that. It's as simple as that. Okay, I told you at large, heaven, hell, and earth. What exists in context of that? Or, rephrased epistemologically, what can be known in context? Well, in context of heaven, you got angels and God. In context of hell, the devil and demons. In context of earth, man and woman. You got all the pieces you need, right? But now you think, how does all this fit together? They give you a story. That narrative gives you the continuity of how everything goes together. And not only that, because see, a narrative is wonderful. It doesn't just give you the continuity, it gives you another part that's necessary. It gives you a nest, a framing for the you that you're experiencing. Okay? Because if you're experiencing a you do so in a now. In the context of now. How do I apply this to my day-to-day life? You experienced your day-to-day life now. A now is contextualized by a past and a present. Well, what does this narrative do? It gives you a past, and not a present and a future, a past and a future. You got a past and a future, what does that do? It nests a now. And that's when you experience the you through. The narrative. God creates the earth in 7 days. Lucifer kicked out of heaven, talking the good shit. Adam kicked out of the Garden of Eden, listening to that bitch. Christ crucified. It was supposed to happen, so he rises to heaven. Boom, got your past, right? But not only that, they give you revelations, the future. Jesus and folk coming back. They opening up the seals, they blowing the horns, the horses is coming, and niggas is getting killed. Done. He cleaning all this shit up with a sword. Right? Past, future. What does that give you? Past and future. Now. So that you can contextualize and frame this idea of a you and your experience of it. Narrative. The narrative gives you a narrative isn't the only thing that gives continuity, but more often than not, you're going to get a narrative to give you continuity. Samkhya, right? You start learning Samkhya, what they start telling you? Shiv Shakti. And their ecstatic and infinite union, which gives rise to creation. Look, they're going to put a Sanskrit word on there. I ain't got the Sanskrit tongue for you. Look. Dynamics, okay? There's a narrative. Why? Because they're taking all that pieces, the at large and the in context, and showing you how they come together, the continuity. Chill, I got a tattoo in Sanskrit a few years ago thinking that, bruh, look, you ever seen them motherfuckers got the Chinese or Japanese or whatever tattoo, and what's it say? Somebody told them what it says. Well, you don't speak that language, but you gotta watch out, man. They think because it's in Sanskrit, it's more spiritual. Yes, Amar, yes. Because a lot of people, they frame religion and their experience of it based on their trauma without admitting to the trauma. And so they just blame religion. They just blame everything they used to do. And any new thing is now better. Like, niggas don't even understand these words. Somebody out here in this spiritual shit will tell you this is what the Sanskrit word means. And you won't look it up. Look. There's a dude who actually studied fucking Sanskrit, ancient Greek. What is this nigga's name? I never remember this nigga's name. He's not named. This one right here. This guy talks metaphysics. Okay. What? Where's this channel? What? Chill out, bro. I think his name is Ken. Chill out, bro. That's not it. Why is this video not coming up? Maybe you can only see it live. He probably don't save his lives. Damn, bro. What? Theosophia support. Hold on, let me see. Because I noticed the dude right here, he calls it a tattoo monkey live stream when he goes live. Theoria Sophia. I think that's what it's called. Theoria Apophisius. I think is this what he calls it? This motherfucker right here. Okay? Look. He actually talks about metaphysics. And he'll actually put the shit y'all motherfuckers want. But this is the thing. This is part of the reason I like to show you this one here. Is because a lot of the times he's going to reduce it back to path of the mother or a middle path explanation of these things. Which isn't wrong or bad or right, which we're going to get into today. But it's mostly what you motherfuckers is looking for. So you don't even know how to find what you're looking for. I tell you, you don't want to go look it up. You want to keep doing what you're doing. Go make a TikTok. Fuck. Go watch a bunch of reels and then come back and complain that you ain't got what you want yet. Well, stop. Yeah, Ken Wheeler. There we go. White guy with glasses. If I was academically trained, I'd be the black metaphysical nigga nuggies suggestion. But y'all don't suggest me because it hurt. Whatever. You wanted to be the cool nigga and you're not. And don't nobody give a fuck. I seen one nigga talking about I'm about to retire. And nobody cared. I was like, bro, chill out. Just retire. Just stop. but nobody cared. And you really wanted someone to care. That shit was awful, bro. It was embarrassing. Anyway. So, I start you off at metaphysics, okay? I start you off at metaphysics. And I just gave you an example of how Christianity answers these three questions. Because when a religion or spiritual system is good, been cultivated for hundreds or thousands of years, they can answer these questions seamlessly. They can answer these questions with just the narrative, and they do it so well, you don't even know this is going on. Most people didn't understand what Christianity was doing and what religion does. Well, they thought they knew. It's just here to control me. No, nigga, you can't even control yourself. And you can't admit it to yourself. Fuck. Because when left to your own devices, now you're still looking for, well, what do I do? See, the trick is, look, it's not that you couldn't do what you want to do. It's not that they was trying to stop you from doing what you wanted to do. Newsflash, you could have always done what you wanted to do. Dorothy, you could have always gone home. You had the shoes on the whole time, sweetie. You could have always done what you wanted to do. That wasn't the issue. And it's not still. It still ain't the issue. Fuck. It still ain't your issue. It's not that you can't do what you want to do, but whether or not you can do what you want to do is what you focus on. That's your issue. That's why you're going to miss. Anyway, I start you with the metaphysics. What mall are you at and how is it structured? Right? What is the basic underlying structure of reality? And there ain't no right answer, bruh. It's like saying there's only one mall. Maybe with you and the niggas you live around. Nah, it ain't just one mall. Ain't just one way to conceptualize the underlying structure of reality. In fact, there have been many ways. This is why I put this page on here. Look, the Bookman model here on top. This is the model I use to teach this. It's made to fit people today. See, a metaphysics that you're given is usually made to fit the people it's given to. This is why the Egyptians didn't have penguins in the pantheon. It's not because something's wrong with penguins. Wasn't no squirrel in the Egyptian pantheon. What, squirrels ain't spiritual? No. Let me guess, cats are? Nasty motherfuckers. No. It's the framing of the metaphysics. It's the framing. The framing is supposed to fit to the people who use it. Motherfuckers looking for stupid shit. Anyway, there have been different ways in which people have framed reality throughout time. All right, the Bookman model is a threefold model. Some people have done it tenfold, Tree of Life, 11-fold, Kalipov, 12-fold, Zodiac, 7-fold, chakras. These are maps of all of reality. And they're not made to tell you about you. They're fundamental maps. See, look, one more time, because I got to do it, then I'm going to read your comments. This is a fundamental map. It's not a methodological map. This map don't tell you about your day-to-day life. You're not on the map. You're not on the map. Where you at? You're not there. Because it ain't got nothing to do with you. That's the same thing with these fucking maps. When motherfuckers don't think they maps, they don't know what they're talking about because it's repeating other motherfuckers who don't know. But everybody ignorant. Sorry. Thinky Kobe, you ain't getting a farewell tour. Wait, what? Is that me? I'm not getting my farewell tour. Yeah. Oh, no, dude who's retiring, right? Look, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look, motherfuckers take themselves too seriously. Look, take life seriously. I get that. I give you that. But don't take yourself too seriously. You're a piece of shit. You're awful. You're a coward. You're a bitch nigga. Passive aggressive. And you don't even want to admit it to yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously. That's what make that shadow work hard. You take that shit too seriously. It's wild. I don't know proper English. And I was trying to read Sanskrit. The audacity. Yes. Motherfuckers don't know proper English, but they want a spooky book written by a motherfucker who knew proper English. Matter of fact, they want to skip the English and skip to another language. That's audacity. It's arrogance. But children are arrogant because they're ignorant. But they kind of go hand in hand. So yeah, but you got to see it before you can get past it. Hell yeah. Shino, welcome to the show. Actually, I'm sorry I didn't welcome you to the show. Welcome to the show. Ken makes the claim that studying the aether inherently leads to understanding of metaphysics and physics. Physics, remember the distinction between metaphysics and physics, okay? Physics is just talking about the physical world, space-time, okay? So when we're talking about something like the aether, right? The aether gives rise to the four elements in the Western tradition, okay? If you're looking at the four elements are what's giving rise to the physical world. Like the same way people will construe or frame the world based on the elements of the periodic table give rise to the physical world. It's similar to that, okay? But you see, look at that metaphysics. But metaphysics, beyond physics, okay? Their metaphysics extends beyond the physical world. Their metaphysics extends beyond the physical world. People's metaphysics today don't do that. So yeah, if you start to understand or even conceptualize aether, it will help you with metaphysics. It will, because it's actually a metaphysics. Yeah, like I said though, he tends to the angle of approach he takes to the mall is path of the mother or middle path. And once again, it's not right or wrong. It is what it is. And we're going to talk about that. But yeah, when we're talking the metaphysics, you have to know what metaphysics you're using. If you're going to say, what methodology should I use? How do I make this part of my day-to-day life? Well, what do you mean by a day-to-day life? What did you skim over? The you is experienced in a now. That means you have it nested in a narrative. Boom, there's one part. The narrative is composed of pieces. Where'd you get the pieces? Boom, that's another part. Well, let me go back to the existential essentials. Your experience of a day-to-day life, a you, is nested in a narrative. That's the third one. That narrative is composed of pieces. That's the first two. So how do you make it part of your day-to-day life? Well, what the fuck do you mean by day-to-day life? What pieces are you using? What continuity are you using to connect the pieces? Because that's necessary to answer that question. It could all be so simple, bro, but niggas ain't trying to be rational. You have to dedicate yourself to being rational. You have to dedicate yourself to the logic of shit. It's not logic means everything. It's like logic is like the glue of information. It's how you put things together. There's no one way to put things together, but you can't overlook how something is put together because that informs a lot about it. How is this mall put together? It's not that there's only one way to put a mall together, but you can't skim over the implications of how it's put together. See, when I say there's infinitely many ways you can put a mall together, that's not the same as saying it doesn't matter how the mall is put together. It does matter. Oh, it hurts. All right, let me continue. So yeah, the underlying metaphysics is first. And this is part of the reason I'll give you the existential essentials. Not just so you can understand it from the Bookman model, but when you understand how this works, you can apply this to anyone's metaphysics. You can listen to anyone's shit and understand it and break it down into its fundamental components. But you gotta know what you're looking for. Ta-da! Nobody else telling you that. They're just telling you what to do. Fuck out of here. So yeah, these are fundamental maps. These are basic maps of the mall. Okay? Basic maps of the mall. All right? Basic maps. There's no you on the map. Okay? So that's the first part of what gets skimmed over. What map are you using? What's the fundamental map? The next part though, okay? Because you want to get to methodology, you want to learn how to do something. That's what you're so interested in. How do I make this part of my day-to-day lifestyle? Watch, look. The top map is a fundamental map. There's no you on the map. There's ontology and epistemology, just like this mall map. There's no you on the map. If there's no you on the map, I can't tell you how to do something. If there's no you on the map, I can't tell you how to do something. Tell me how to get to Old Navy. If I don't put you on the map, can't tell you. And I can't just arbitrarily put you on the map. You go to the mall and you see the map posted up in 5 or 6 different places. What's different in each of those places? You. I can't take the map that I showed at the food court and put it up next to the Kohl's. The basic fundamental map is still right, but the methodological part is wrong. Because what you is different now. This is why I say, what is you? And motherfuckers is just stumped because they don't know metaphysics. They just know how to repeat bullshit. Here, let's go back here. All right, so that's the first part of this, all right? Methodology, you take the fundamental map and you overlay or superimpose methodology. The first part of that, you. What angle of approach are you taking to the territory? To the mall map. How are you approaching the mall? What angle of approach are you taking to the territory? What angle of approach are you taking to the territory? Because if you come through the food court, I got to give you a different methodology than if you come through Kohl's. Right? Look, you walk up to this motherfucker and say, hey, bro, I'm at Dillard's. You using the wrong map. What the fuck? What mall are you at, bro? Ain't even no Dillard's over here. Right? That's the basic underlying structure. That's the fundamentals. Let's say you get the fundamentals right. Hey, bro, I'm at the Ulta. I don't even know what an Ulta is. I don't know. I don't shop like that. I'm at the Ulta, bro. Okay, smooth. You at the Ulta. You in the right place. You at the mall. You at the right mall. You even know where you at on the map. But let's say I gave you the methodology as if you was coming from the food court, right? It's not going to work. Not because I don't have them all right. And it's not even because the methodology I gave you was wrong. It's because I didn't properly conceptualize you on the map. What is you? I've been saying this shit for the longest. I don't know what you mean. I know you don't know what I mean. But you don't understand the implications of the fact that you don't understand what I mean. So what you is on the map makes a big difference. Makes a big fucking difference. Well, just give me the right answer. Nah, you don't even know what a right answer is. That's the problem. It's not that I can't give you the right answer. I can give you a plethora of answers, but you wouldn't understand it. Fusion engines. Fusion engines. Obviously. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So we put you on the map. But not just you. I can't just put you on the map. I got to tell you what. I got to know where you want to end up. Old Navy with that 35% off. Old Navy with that 35% off. You, Old Navy with the 35% off. Right? You, over here at Kohl's, looking like a happy face. Old Navy, 35% off. Now I found where you are, and I found where you're going. That allows me to tell you how to do something. How do I make this part of my day-to-day life? This is where that starts to come in. Yeah, I'm at the Elta and the mall's an illusion. First stop. And remember now, illusion don't mean it's not real. It just means it's not what it appears to be, or there's more to it than its appearance. Okay, so let's get into it, because now we can talk about Path of the Child. Look, almost an hour and a half, right? You made it too complex. Boy, you're dumb. Now, you can fix that, but you got to take the time to. Motherfuckers look at me like, hey man, you smart. No, I'm regular. Don't put me up there. Put me back in the dirt where you found me. You're dumb. You don't have to be, but don't tell me I'm smart. Don't put me on a pedestal. I'm regular. Because look, as soon as you get me off the pedestal and realize how far down you are, maybe you'll decide to do something about it. But you put me up on that pedestal, what's going to happen? You're going to continue to think you normal. You're underdeveloped. You're insufficient. You're way behind. And that's nobody else's fault. Don't put me on the pedestal. Boy, I said, look, I am awful. I will shit on y'all. I will piss off the edge of that pedestal. On my 21st birthday, my cousin don't let me forget that shit, bro. I don't remember. It was funny, but I was drunk as fuck, boy. We was somewhere downtown, and I had to piss, and I pissed right over that ledge. I was pissing off on. No. I will piss. Don't put me on no pedestal. I'm gonna tell you right now. Bro. All right, so last thing we can talk about before we can get to the paths of ascension proper. Okay, look, I've talked about this before, so I'm taking my time. I'm gonna do the job right. Aries, give it to me in 5 minutes. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck else you got to do? Go make a reel? You gonna do TikTok? That what you got to do? Shut up. What the fuck are we talking about with ascension? Regardless of the spiritual system or religious rite. I say spiritual system and religious rite because it got the SS and the RR. I like words. Spiritual system or religious rite. There is an essential work that must be done. Okay, there's an essential work. When people say doing the work, that's what they're talking about. The degree to which you are on course with that work. Okay, that is ascension. Ascension is going to be a catch-all term here. All right, so regardless of the system or rite, that's what we're talking about. The essential work. What you being on course, what it means to be on course, how you navigate yourself to stay on course. Okay, this is ascension. Part of the reason I do this is so that regardless of what you're trying to do, I'm going to put the end in the same place. All right, I'm going to put the where you're going in the same place. Look, Old Navy with the 35% off. So now, if I know where you're going, if I say all the religious systems are going to the same place, right? If I know where you're going, now the only issue I need is what is you. Right? If I know, regardless of which angle of approach you take to the mall, as long as you're at the right mall, if I know, these niggas is going to the Old Navy for that 35% off. Now all I need to know is what is you? What angle of approach are you taking? Because that's going to dictate what methodology you use. So that's the next step there, okay? Look, we already talked, everybody going to the Old Navy. All right? Everybody, look, religious systems, everybody going to the upper room, right? The upper room. Love that shit, but everybody going to the upper room. So look, I just keep it right there. Everybody going to the upper room. So what angle of approach are you taking, okay? There are 3 fundamental angles of approach. 3 fundamental angles of approach. Arius, why aren't there more? There can be more. Arius, why aren't there less? Because a singular one or a dual one are not going to be sufficient. It's just basic metaphysics again. A singular one or a dual one is not going to be sufficient. You're going to need at least 3. Okay? And this isn't about picking the right one. This isn't about picking one and sticking to it and making it your personality. Okay? Look at this image here in the middle. You have this group of 3 circles. Now, depending on what angle you approach that group of 3 circles, it's going to appear differently. And that's not something about the circles. That's you. That's you that's making the difference. The circles are what they are. It's you that's making the difference. See, when you just presume and skip over the you, you'll think the circles are changing. That's you that's changing. So it's not about which one of these is the true appearance. You missed it. They're all true in their own right. If I give you the directions from the food court to the Old Navy, is it right? Well, if you're going from the food court to the Old Navy, then yes. If you're going from the Planet Fitness to the Old Navy, it's wrong. It can be as simple as that. So stop trying to find this ultimate answer. Understand how you come to an answer. Because throughout your life, throughout your experience, you're going to be looking at this group of circles from different angles of approach. It's going to be necessary. You can't get around it. And so telling you which one is right, I want to prepare you to be able to recognize it regardless of what angle you come at it from. Teach a man to fish. Could you give an example of certain people that walk in all 3 individually? What do you mean all 3 individually? Because each of them have their own distinct appearance, if you will. But hopefully what you're saying is not, okay, what does it look like walking from the food court? What does it look like walking from Planet Fitness? And what does it look like walking from Kohl's? You're not going to do all 3 at once. So I hope that's not what you're asking for. You're not going to do all 3 at once. But each of them have their own distinct appearance. And I've talked about it before, but I'm specifically talking about Path of the Child today. Last week I did it for Path of the Mother today. Last week I did it for Path of the Child. Will that walk each of them individually? Everybody walks each of them individually. I don't think I understand the question. Because especially your use of individually. I think you're pointing to something that I don't quite see at the moment. Reframe the question. Throw it back at me. Let me see. All right, so, like I said, last week I talked about Path of the Child, okay? In the Western tradition, this is known as the right-hand path. People erroneously think, oh, that means organized religion. No, you can organize a religion around any of these angles of approach. When we're talking about right-hand path, remember, what's the difference in these methodologies I'm giving you? If you're at the right mall, what's the difference? What is you in the scenario? Well, since we're on the path of the mother, yes, I'm going to talk to you about you on the path of the mother. Like I did that, you. Having fun. All right, so when it comes to the Bookman model, this is the methodological map I use, okay? I showed you the fundamental map. Okay, I showed you the fundamental map already. Look. I got to go back. I'm going up here. Look. The fundamental map is those first 2 rows, ontology and epistemology. This is the fundamental map. Map of them all. Basic map of them all. Fundamental map. There's no you on the map. It's not methodological. But how do you do the you? You superimpose or overlay methodology on top of that. All right, you overlay, look at the bottom map, you overlay methodology on top of the fundamental map. Top, fundamental map, bottom, methodological map. How can you tell? Because the fundamental map is underneath the methodology. Look at the colors. Who's someone who walks the middle path powerfully and does it well? Why does the non-physical realm go left? It's because I have the image set up that way. Like, you can flip it and you can go the other way. Like, hold on, look. See, I flipped it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter in this sense. I flipped it this way to match the methodological map I'm using, so it's easier to intuit the fact that the fundamental map is underneath. And look, see, the fundamental map is a whole discussion. It's necessary. Like, imagine trying to tell somebody how to do something in the mall and they don't want to have to understand this map. Just tell me what to do. I get all that. No, you don't. You want to understand the fundamental map. It's going to help understand methodology so much. Oh, but people want what they want. Why does the non-physical realm go left? Yeah, okay, I read that a second ago. Here, go back to this. Okay, so yeah, methodological map. All right, remember, these colors are showing you the fundamental map underneath. Because what you overlay on top of the fundamentals is not the fundamentals. It's overlaid on top of the fundamentals, okay? So I take this map, stretch it out a little bit, that way we can focus on this part about ascension. Most people just want to know how to do it. They hate me trying to explain stuff deeply to them. Why is that? For the same reason you hate it. Out here trying to explain things deeply. But stop, you better leave that alone. Look, for the same reason, when I want to sit here and spend 6 hours talking about the transcendental substratum, okay, well, I get all that, Aries. Just tell me how to do something. You don't want to have to admit that you don't understand that. You look like too much work. You look like I don't got enough time to do that. I just want to get what I want. And so no one's got time for fundamentals. This is why I go through the Trinity. This is why I go through the Trinity of Trinities. Because all that's fundamental map. Motherfuckers will claim to get tree of life. You don't. And this is how you know. How do I apply this to my day-to-day life? That's how I know you don't get it. You know how to repeat the words. That's how I know niggas don't get it. Nah, you ain't been learning from me. You been watching me. And you watch this shit like it's entertainment, bruh. I got a few years worth of content. And it's about, you ain't had no console, ain't been in no boot camp, ain't been to the guild. You ain't learning from me. You watching me. That's different. Get up in one of these classes, bruh. Quit playing. I'm learning from you. You my only teacher I've been watching. You a lie. Because you was in Bro Yusuf's chat talking that good shit. See, bro, don't come in here lying to me. Come on now. I'm going to call that out, bro. I ain't going to give you no check, fire, and facts for that. All right, so look, I'm taking this methodological map, all right, so that we can talk about it. Last time, we did Path of the Child. This time, I'm going to do Path of the Mother, okay? And see, this is part of the reason I want to teach y'all so much of this stuff, because I know I'm not the only person you're going to look at. I know I'm not. And I know you're going to be out there trying to tell people this stuff too. I know it. It's like fucking clockwork. So I'm not going to tell you not to do that, but I want you to understand it. So what are we talking about when we're talking about Path of the Mother? Last time, we talked about Path of the Child. What is you? Okay? With Path of the Child, and I should have said this before. Okay? I'm about to blow the fuck up. I just joined this live once to hop in and see the difference in you guys teaching, and I saw he was saying BS. Well, you can't see this. It's not that he's saying BS. It's not that he's saying. It's a particular version of Path of the Child. See, most people who are teaching you guys don't know metaphysics, and so they don't know the details I'm telling you. Remember the Bobby Hemmett video? They're not only telling you people what they want to hear, but it's because they don't know what people need to hear. They don't know metaphysics, so they can't tell it to you. They don't know metaphysics, and they can't tell it to you. That's what it is. How does Path of the Mother cosmology explain the relation between chaos and order in the universe? Well, if you're talking about chaos and order giving rise to the universe, that's the metaphysics you're talking. That's the metaphysics you're pointing to. Path of the Mother isn't a cosmology. It's an angle of approach to a particular cosmology. It's an angle of approach. See, when you're talking about chaos and order giving rise to the universe, you're talking about the fundamental map, a basic model of the map. When we're talking about path of the mother, child, or the father, that's an angle of approach to the territory. How don't they know? How did the world allow them to just go that route and they end up not knowing what they're even saying? Because who's gonna check them? I gotta play the fucking video again. You're gonna make me mad. Listen to what Bobby is saying. Listen.
And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check?
Check.
All right then. They play on your emotion. Saying nothing well and playing on your emotion. Tell a person what they want to hear and say nothing well. You can say nothing if you can say it well. They play on your emotion. And that's the problem with our people. They have been teaching you what you wanted to hear and not what you really needed to hear because they didn't know what you really needed to hear. That's called the art of public speaking. They play on your emotion. So that's getting your emotion up to a certain level, and you thinking that's spiritual, that's emotionalism. They play on your emotion. And they'd come up and they would come into some stuff and they would be talking all this good stuff and people, yeah. But everybody's ignorant. You see what I'm saying? They play on your emotion. And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check?
Check.
All right.
Everybody just agrees. No one checks it. No one even thinks to check it because they like the person. That one don't give a fuck nigga don't like me. I know you're not gonna like me because I'm not gonna jack your dick off with that bullshit you walk in here with. No. Is it wrong to check somebody about what they're saying? Why isn't anybody checking them? Because motherfuckers don't know what they're listening to and they don't know how to tell. And they also don't want to look like they don't know. Look, I do this all the time, bro. I'll tell a motherfucker, hey, you're not advanced. Hey, you don't know what you're talking about. They don't even want to consider that. I know you know what that's like. When a motherfucker walk up to you and say, hey, bro, you're not even close to advanced. You a low beginner. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. What Bobby just say? They tell motherfuckers what they want to hear. And when a nigga hear what they want to hear, they're not going to ask no questions. I come up to you and say, white folks ain't got no melanin, and the melanin will make you special. And you've been itching to be special. The emotions get to kicking. This must be it. I must be on the path. No. Confuse your emotionalism with spiritualism, and if you done heard some shit that somebody you wanted to hear, motherfucker, say that, and you're not gonna question it. See, first time I told you, if I'd have told you was advanced, you'd have eaten that up. But I didn't, cause I could see I've been you. I looked and I said, no, bro, you barely even begun, because most of y'all niggas think you begun because you're too busy comparing yourself to motherfuckers who don't do it at all. You want to think you an advanced swimmer. I'm an Olympic swimmer, but you just compare yourself to niggas who don't swim. That's short-sighted. It's short-sighted. So y'all think you're advanced because you compare yourself to motherfuckers who don't do this shit. Then niggas who walk in the room who do this shit. You say you swim? Nah, player. Nah. Over there in the 3 feet, right? That's you? That's you. What them little floaty things is on your arm, boy? Take that thing off. Come over here and jump in. Fuck you mean? Y'all niggas playing, bruh. Dawson, good to see you in the chat. Welcome to the show. There's different cosmologies within an angle of approach. No. Before you even get to the idea of an angle of approach, there are different cosmologies. So you have to understand what cosmology you're using before you can even discuss angle of approach. Look at the map of the mall. You have to understand what mall you're at before you can talk about which way do I go in. Like, if I don't know what mall I'm at, I can't just assume I always need to go in through the food court. It may not even have a food court. The food court may be on another level than the thing I'm going to go to the mall for. So you can't even think about angle of approach until you understand what metaphysics you're using, what the structure of the cosmology is that you're using. This is why, look, Christianity doesn't have reincarnation. The cosmology is different. Buddhism will have it, right? Their cosmology is different. It's not that one is right or the other is wrong. Those are completely different framings of reality. Just because a mall don't have Old Navy don't mean it's wrong. So you gotta deal with the cosmology and its structure before you can even consider your angle of approach. But you have to consider the angle of approach in order to understand the methods. Yes. So once again, it's fine to ask, but I want you to see the distinction, because they're two different things. You go, just like when we say it on bullshit to a child, that child doesn't have the capacity to check you. Yeah, like when you're a kid and somebody come up and say some whine ass shit to a kid, they don't know to check that. Especially if a motherfucker say that shit they want to hear. Look, you come up to a little kid, right? Hey, little nigga, I got candy and puppies. They want to hear that. They want more candy and puppies in the world. They're not going to question that. Right? You give a kid some candy and puppies, all of a sudden you're the best adult ever. They'll tell all the other kids about you. You tell a motherfucker what they want to hear, they'll love you. I'm not concerned with niggas love me. You gonna hate me. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. Fuck that. I'm not your mama. No, sir. So what route is the best and an advanced route that will bring you to the deep truth? Ain't no best. I used to wait tables at bartend. I hate when somebody walk in a restaurant and ask me what's the best thing. What that immediately tells me is I don't know how to make decisions for myself. And I'm scared to get something I don't like. The best route is the one where you risk getting something you don't like. That's the best route. Risk not ending up where you wanted to end up. Risk getting it wrong. Because otherwise, you're not learning what's right. You're not learning truth. You're learning what I told you to do. That's the whole reason I go through all of this. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. Because as soon as I start telling you what to do, you're going to be mad. Go eat a pound of baby dick. What? I don't want to do that, Aries. You're wrong. Why you even telling me that? What I tell you to do? Look, that's the best thing to do. I got to sprinkle it with that, right? The best thing to do. The deepest of truth comes from the eating the baby dick. No! Don't look for what's the best and the most advanced. Like, nah, don't do that. Richard, Maestro, good to see you in the chat, man. How the fuck do we allow people to have different framings of reality? How could you not? Because the alternative to that, sir, is to claim to have ultimate knowledge of reality. See, this is why you got to start with philosophy. That ain't possible. No one has ultimate knowledge of reality. This is what people have a big misconception about stuff they learn from folks. Somebody start reading you some Kaya, and because you're looking at it as, they telling me the ultimate knowledge of reality, you miss it. And then he said, well, no, they lying too. Now, where's the ultimate knowledge of reality? All you're going to be able to get is a framework, a model. Samkhya is a model. The tree of life is a model. Chakras are a model. Cells and atoms are a model. This is what I'm talking about, kiddo. None of those Not only are none of those ultimate reality, ultimately, all of them are insufficient. See, stop avoiding getting it wrong. You have to assume that's a possibility. You cannot win in a game where you do not risk losing. I'm telling you, bro, this is the philosophy. You have to get into the philosophy. That's my first question every time at a restaurant. What is the most order here? See, brother, you copying ass nigga like that, bro. Chill. Take a risk. Try something out. Fuck around and find out. That's most of y'all niggas. That's some scary ass shit, bro. What does everyone else get? Nah, bro. Read the menu. Hey, and what is this? This says it's got a chipotle sauce. Chipotle. What's that word? Oh, okay. What is that? You know, I've never had that before. Okay, yeah. Well, can I try this? Just put it on the side. Put the sauce on the side, and I'll try this number 18. No, man, I never had this. Look, hand the menu back. No, guys, I never had it before. Try it. Quit being scared to be wrong. You can never win unless you risk losing. I want everybody to win. You don't understand what win means. Boy. I have been raised by mamas all over the place. Jehovah's Witnesses have the ultimate truth, allegedly. You ask anybody, they have the ultimate truth. But anyone who claims ultimate truth doesn't know how truth works. You know, if you have the ultimate truth, you have to have the ultimate falsehood too. Truth and falsehood go hand in hand. Right and wrong go hand in hand. Real and unreal go hand in hand. And to claim to have one with a lack of the other is to miss them both. And look, that you gonna need shit like that for the path of the mother, bro. I'm so serious. Why does that fear come from? From not wanting to mess up and taking the route with no fuck ups. Maybe I need to take some more risk, book or something. Yeah, no, you don't need a book on how to take risks. Fuck around and find out. I've been saying this for the longest, bro. Catch an L. Catch a bunch of L's. Be a loser. I'm the god of losing, bro. I tell you what. Get out here and lose. Get out here and lose. That's the only way you're going to learn what it means to win, how to win. Get out here and lose. Lose. I'm so serious. Like, I'm joking, but I'm so serious. Well, I cast a spell. When I hesitate a move in the video game, I know I fucked up. Yeah, boy, you got to lean in. You got to lean in like you about to fall over. I'm so serious. Cast a spell. I can see in the chat. How's he going to answer where your fear comes from? Unless it's typical fear, which that I don't want to risk is typical fear. It's typical shit. I can't lie. I'd be super scary when they mess my order up. I made my wife say, boy, get out of here. honey, can you get them to take these fries? I wanted mashed potatoes. Stop. You better say it with your chest. Like, hey, excuse me, man. I want the mashed potatoes. Yeah. No, I mean, you already brought me the fries. I just keep these. Can you give me the mashed potatoes on the side? Yeah. No, I appreciate it, man. No, I don't want you to take the plate back. You reaching in it and stuff. Just give me some mashed potatoes on the side. You already brought the fries out. I mean, like you're going to serve them to nobody. Go home. Check this out. Let me see the manager. It's cool, man. No, you good. You still going to get your tip and everything, man. Let me see the manager. I worked in restaurants for the longest. Say it with your chest, bro. Fuck around and find out. I'm so serious. Fuck around and find out, be hurting those. So, what good is pleasure without the risk of pain? God damn it. Because this is what happened. You're not equipping yourself to deal with pain. And so when it finally catch up to your ass, you're completely destitute. See that? Y'all motherfuckers is scary. And you don't want to admit to yourself how fearful you are. Look, I know the pain up under that laugh emoji. Shit. I know the pain under that laugh emoji. Fuck me, bro. All right, look. Last time I talked about path of the child. All right, the difference between the paths is what is you in this scenario. Look at them all. Oh shit! Let me put that back up. The difference between the methodologies I'm gonna give you. What is you in this scenario? Are you something near Kohl's? Are you something near the food court? Are you something near Planet Fitness? What is you in the scenario? Oh my God. Now, not inadvertently, inevitably, wonderful. If we're talking spiritual, what you isn't something physical. So remember, the methodology is overlaid on top of the fundamentals. That red part is the physical world. So we're not going to find you there at all. But Arius, what about my spinal? Nope. That means what you is the body. Nah, wrong. Cranial nerve? Nope. The cells? No. Oh my God, niggas be on it, bro. Right, so the first line in a battle had to risk it all to win the whole thing. I mean, you can't win unless you're willing to risk. You can't win unless you're willing to risk, bro. See, everybody, that's why you need some little bitches, man. Only reason y'all get some bitches is you pretty. You pretty like a girl. Stop being pretty. Put your chest out. I know you ain't got no hair on it yet, but it's gonna grow. Put your chest out. Get hit. Yes, it's gonna hurt, but you're not gonna die. It's not gonna be the end. The only person that slows me down is myself. Exactly. Thank you. Everybody else. But when I fuck around and find out, I'll be panicking and feeling lost in the deep end. Don't panic. See, the panic is the fear. The panic is the fear. The anxiety is the fear. Even the depression is the fear because you think the past ain't gone. You're still there and you can never get away from it. It's the fear that fucks you up. It's the fear. Because this is the thing. Most of our motherfuckers are completely inundated in fear because you don't really believe none of this spiritual shit. Yeah. And you try and believe the spiritual shit to avoid what you're fearing. You gotta be real. You gotta be real. I'm so serious, bro. Man, I'm suffering. That's because you want to. Look, you mean? And the whole time you're still in the kiddie pool, not even close to the deep end. Right? Because you drowning in the kiddie pool and I say, hey, bro, that ain't even the deep end. You drowning. Yeah, it is. Look at me. Can't you see it? This is difficult. You can stand up. You ever see this shit in the movie where somebody got almost drowning in a shallow end and they don't realize they can stand up? You can stand. I'm trying to tell you, I need you can stand up. No, don't you see me? Okay. Guys, the spell. Relax, you good. Lean into that uncertainty. There's the breach we all looking. That's the breach we all looking for. It's always right behind the hymen of fear. Ooh, the hymen of fear. I'm gonna hit that thing. Bust open the hymen of fear. The hymen of fear. Look, you poetic today. Oh shit! I want to say, Dawson, why you not in the guild? Cause he playing. Dawson playing. Well, y'all kill me with that shit. Okay, look, here we go. Sorry. Path of the child, right? That's what I talked about last week. What you is this complex of personality and shadow. That's what you mean when I say what is you. To the degree to which you didn't think about the physical body. Right? Yeah, I know. See, motherfuckers don't even really believe none of this shit. They want to believe it. That's different from actually believing it. Anyways. You started right there in the non-physical, all right? It has a connection with that relationship with what's going on in the primordial. But let's talk about Path of the Mother, because that's what we're supposed to talk about today. I'm hitting 2 hours. Path of the mother, right? In the Western tradition, it's known as the middle path. Um, I guess you could even call it the path of no paths. Not to say it's not a path. It is, but that's what it's sort of predicated around not itself being a path. Path of the mother is very paradoxical. This is what I was going to say. When I say path of the child, mother, or father, I'm pointing to the likeness it has with those things. Not to say if you're a mother or if you're a woman, you have to do path of the mother. If you're a male, if you're a father, you have to do path of the father. No. I'm pointing to the idea. And I want you to confuse the hand that's pointing to what I'm pointing to. Okay? Because look, people will do that with the Western tradition. They'll say the middle path, and they think, oh, you mean the middle pillar. No. Hold on, let me show you. You think the middle pillar. No, that's not what this is talking about. Once again, this is a fundamental map. That middle pillar is not the middle path. And I get it. They have, when Kabbalah was called path working. But that's talking about, I don't want to save this picture. I want you to open up the picture that's there. There we go. Look, the path working is talking about the space between the Sephiroth, between these circles. Navigating that is path working. And once again, you have to actually see this as metaphysics. Malkuth, everything that is physical is there. This isn't in the physical body. This isn't in the physical. I don't care about the picture of a Homo sapien. It's a symbol. It's the hand is pointing to something. A whole composed of parts. This is a map of all of reality. It is a whole composed of parts. This is not something in your body. It's a map of all of reality. All of the physical world is down here at the bottom. So the middle pillar, this is talking to you about the actual structure of reality, not how you need to be approaching it. Well, left-hand path, that's the left pillar. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. All right? And even if the middle path was talking about the middle pillar, bruh, it's showing you the downward move of how it goes from the highest to the lowest. When a fruit falls off the tree, it don't go back up the tree the way it came. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm so pissed. I'm sorry, I missed you guys' chat. Yeah, Dawson ain't there because he playing games, but my chest hair is gray and out here in this bitch. Oh man, you probably shy about it when you go to the beach. You know, kind of wear another shirt, like. Dick. Cause I suck and I'll have to join next year. Bro, look, it's here. He said, I got one piece of chest hair. Look, keep it combed. Keep it combed. Don't lose it. It confused me when I see like you see like the fashion dudes, right? And their chest is just hairless. I'm like, what is going on, bro? Hey man, I guess it's fashion. Andy K, good to see you in the chat. Boy, so he got one hand. Look, man, I got a lush meadow of youthful chest hair. I'm just starting to get a little bit of gray. It's all right, though. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. I swear I get tested the whole time. And they got to be scared to speak up. Get your chest out, man. You got to say it, bro. I might as well say, last time I went on a Taoist thought chain, I ended up at what is a path. Not gonna lie, that shit was scary. What was scary about it? What was that scary? Don't end up like my uncle, bro. He gives his wife the checks and got none for himself. She waiting for my GMA to die so she can do some devious shit. Say shit with your chest, man. Be about something. Be about something. Cause see, that's basic. That's basic humaning. That ain't even spiritual. That's real shit, man. That's scary shit, bro. And you don't want to fuck with scary folk, bro. Scary folk will get you killed. Scary folk will fuck everything up and throw you all the way up under the bus. No, I ain't that scary. I'd be damned. Watch, we get in the right situation, you that scary. Nah, man. The scary folk can't even stand up for themselves. They can't even show up for themselves. So they damn sure ain't gonna show up for you. Don't be that motherfucker, man. Don't be that motherfucker. Dogs and bitches like fat niggas nowadays, bro. No, they don't. Look, women like us for different reasons than we like them. So a fat, ugly dude can get women. You just gotta understand how women work, bro. That's easy shit. That's easy shit. Mar said, I got an Indian jungle. Get him, bro. I got a tiger in there. I love it. Maestro said, what is a path was scary because I could be wrong, but I had to accept that. Yeah, that's what a scare for. I could be wrong. Yeah. Get out here and lose. Get out here and get it wrong. See, that's why I have to give, bro. You got all the room in the world to get it wrong. You're not by yourself. You have guidance. Out there by yourself, yeah, you can get it wrong. You can fuck it all up. You can still get it right. But look, you'll never get it right unless you really consider that you can get it wrong. Ethereal Project, good to see you in the chat. Gilded Gang, hey man, there's only so many of us. All right, Path of the Mother. All right, like I said, in the Western tradition, it's called the middle path. This path is deeply paradoxical. It's a thin line to walk this path. You have to be so neutral that it's bias. Here's that doesn't make sense. Listen, am I neutral or am I biased? You're both and neither. That's the big theme of this path. You are both and neither. This is why I call it the path of the mother. See, the last one, path of the child. Why? Because what you are is a smaller thing engaging with a larger thing. Path of the mother. You are both and neither. Both and neither. A mother. She's not a child, but she damn sure ain't the one running the house. She's not the top, and she ain't the bottom. She's both in the adult and child world, but actually in a world that's neither of them. You are both and neither. The beginning is the end. The start is the finish. You can't be wrong. You can't be right. Both and neither. Okay? IDK. There was a long time I interacted with the path of the mother in a way that allowed my passive aggressiveness and lack of execution to suffer for non-attachment. Yes, a lot of people will engage, in the Western world, will engage with the middle path, running from religion. What you are doing is called spiritual bypassing, where they use spirituality to bypass their actual insufficiencies, their dysfunctions. See, people love this because, just like Maestro was saying, it's scary to think that I could be wrong, right? Especially after having abandoned religion. Like, I was wrong about Jesus, and he run. I don't ever want to be wrong like that again. Right? I get it. I've been there. And this is why people will flock here, because you can't be wrong. But they overlook that you can't be right. And you need both. It's got, remember both and neither. Both and neither. You'll get a lot of different motivational metaphors from Path of the Mother. And so people are tempted to adhere to this because it feels good. It's easy to overlook your insufficiencies and dysfunctions because what do? Oh, well, just claim to be risen above it. Just claim to be above it. Claim that it's illusion, right? And now it's beneath me to even deal with it. Oh, let me get the pinky. I am the universe. I am all things and no things. I am you and me and we are us. Remember the butt buddies, the Violet Flame kids, right? Boom. This is what they were doing. Throwing you metaphors from Path of the Mother, the middle path. Okay? And once again, it's not that they're wrong. It's that at the same time they cannot be right. But they will talk like they're right. They will adhere to things as if it's right. And that's when they get it wrong. That's when they miss. This is a very thin line to walk. You have to be so neutral, it's biased. And at the end of the day, to be completely honest, you're not neutral. See, a lot of y'all are finding out how scary you are. You're fearful. You're not neutral. Fuck you mean? That's a conflict of interest. What's the promo code for the OCC sale? OCS sale, corner store. There is no code this one. Cassie said there is no code on this one. We'll probably have a code at another time. Dawson, not the butt buddies. Yeah, bro, I ain't seen them. I ain't seen them the last two shows. See, we're not gonna call you gay. No. Instead, you get all the same rights as everyone else. But instead, we'll call you butt buddies. Butt buddies. Come in here, man. Name, stame, ha together, bro. That was funny, man. Oh, bro. Niggas had to lean into action on the middle path in old China. There was a nigga who tasted his own shit publicly, for the game. He detached from his former sense of dignity. Yeah. And see, bro, like those actions, like you get a lot of those extreme actions on the left-hand path, most certainly. But I mean, some of those exercises, like engaging in that exercise, is helping to break that boundary you have, the thing that's keeping you not neutral, that's keeping you attached. As the thing is bound, so it is unbound. So you have to examine how you're bound and actually engage it, which requires action. Well, I'm just an observer. I'm just listening. It's probably because you're just scared. Get in here. Lean in. What live was that? Because I missed it and haven't gotten any of these shows. It was a few lives ago. I can't remember which live it was, to be honest. I'm so sorry. Maybe somebody else remembers. I don't remember which live. It was a couple of lives. The first, it was just his name wasn't Flameheart. What was his name? The Dweller. That's what he called himself at first. And then, he started he threw a few metaphors out there. And I'm like, beep. Caught that. What is that? I had to say a little thing. You know how I'm going to do. I had to say a little thing. And then, he got a little bumpy. So he went and called his other friends to come together and we're going to, and then they did this little group thing in the chat. Name, stame, ah! But I was like, oh shit, that is hilarious. They tried it though. It's fun. Oh shit, good to see you in the chat. Wouldn't that be similar to the path of the father, or is that more of pride in the monuments of your bullshit? Well, all three of the paths are very similar. They have different similarities in different ways. So, because there's not necessarily hard lines between them, okay? They do mix. They do overlap in certain places. So you're most certainly going to find that. But the building the monuments to your bullshit comes from the lack of the shadow work. Comes from the lack of shadow work primarily, and also lack of understanding of the metaphysics itself. Okay? Because this is where a lot of people will slip up with this, bro. It feels reassuring. And when you're not honest with yourself about how deeply you're wanting the reassurance, you're fucking up. Okay? Most people will position themselves as though I don't care what anyone thinks. I laugh at these things. And it's a pontification, it's a performance, it's puffing yourself up to try and make it a certain thing and not addressing what's really there. And because you can walk in a room and nobody's going to say you're wrong, it feels like you're right. Check, fire, facts. It feels like you're right. Motherfuckers can spend hours just making metaphors. And they're not really saying anything in specifically. And nobody catches it because you don't know how to check it. Somebody say a spooky metaphor. The beginning will lead you to the end. As it ends, you're leading. Uh-oh. What? The beginning will lead you to the end. As it ends, you're leading. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get that, yeah. I just said some shit. But you won't know. And if you learn it from somebody who walks path of the mother, they're not inclined to tell you. They can't tell you did it wrong because there ain't no right and wrong there. That's what I'm saying. It's extremely paradoxical. It's deeply paradoxical, but it's not that it's wrong. Not at all. Not at all. I'm so serious. You really have to get the paradox. The beginning is the end. You need both and neither to get it. It's a thin line to walk. And when it comes to Path of the Mother, a lot of times it's hard to tell what is methodology proper because the beginning is the end. Every step is all the steps. Every step you take is the whole journey. Or the whole journey is taken with no steps. And so it's hard to nail down exactly what methodology is. Generally, when you hear it, the methodology on Path of the Mother is going to be detach. Why? Because from the angle of approach that you have with this is that the only thing that's really real is the one thing. And everything else is some stratification of illusion, some different type of illusion. Okay? And the only thing that's real is the one thing. And what you're trying to do is ascend beyond all these illusions. Okay? Some people will say it's they try and have no desires, but which gets tricky because the desire to have no desire is still a desire. Okay? Even the self is illusion here, and is cast into the realm of things you need to ascend. See, Path of the Child, Path of the Mother, you don't have to necessarily avoid illusion. Even on Path of the Mother, you don't have to avoid it, but it's so deeply not the point that anytime you're there, you're just looking to see how you missed to get yourself back on course. Here, the idea of the end goal is somewhat of an enlightenment, that nirvana, the pure consciousness moment. And then I want to hold this all the time. Lost it again, bro. There you go with your desire to have no desires, right? You missed it. Then came from another side of the playground, Love and Light. All right, Love and Light with the spookiness on top. Boy, that shit was funny. I don't know why I said OCC. I think I got CCC and OCS mixed up. Oh, acronyms. The Dweller, boy, that was funny, man. I can't even do it. Nigga was the Ginyu Force. Them niggas was the Ginyu Force. I gotta put it on the screen. Them niggas was the Ginyu Force. Yo, that makes sense. I love that. Them niggas was the Ginyu Force. Look, I gotta get him with the pose. Look, the Name Starmate. What are you doing? The Name Starmate ha, man. The Name Starmate ha. Niggas is the Ginyu Force. Oh shit. Niggas got drugged. That was funny. Oh man, I forgot about the Ginyu Force. Thank you, Maestro. That was fun. Side ejects. On the mother path, how are they measuring that they are doing proper shadow work? I think it leaves room for more bullshit. It leaves room for plenty of bullshit because bullshit is to be expected. But most people miss that. And so they don't look for the bullshit. They try deeply to position themselves in the mindset where they're already beyond all the bullshit. And so they never take the time to explore it. And so they don't recognize it. Yeah, there's plenty of room for it. See, someone who's teaching you from Path of the Mother, they're not going to point that out to you. That's for you to find. That's for you to see. And it's not their responsibility to point it out to you. As a matter of fact, it's part of their work to be able to exist while allowing you to be in your bullshit. So you can't, see, people will inadvertently expect someone who's teaching them from Path of the Mother to point out their mistakes. There are no mistakes. Ooh, right? Right? If there's no mistakes, nobody's going to point out your bullshit. And you got to point it out. And that don't mean just float away from it. So people won't even explore their own bullshit because they're too busy floating. Or trying to feel like they're floating or convince themselves they're floating. Motherfuckers do the fake it till you make it shit. And just end up faking making it and never make it. Get caught up in metaphors. And start sharing metaphors with each other. Little hints in metaphors so that they feel like a community. And they build a lot of bullshit. Like this is where you get that circle jerk from, for real, for real. But to the degree to which it's Path of the Mother, you can't say it's wrong. Even though they like to imply it's right, you can't say it's wrong. And even then, what is right is a futile. Is futile what's wrong. They're equally. Because see, that's what I mean when I say it's both and neither. Both and neither. They don't want to look at how they're running from wrong. They don't want to look how they're implying right. They just claim to be above. So you got 3 layers of shit and you've missed what's going on. And on top of that, it's going to get worse because the person who's teaching you ain't inclined to tell you. You already going to hear what you want to hear. You already going to hear what you want to hear. So is the Path of the Mother a path of a natural flow, like letting it naturally happen instead of asserting yourself? There are aspects of doing it like that, but once again, it's so much easier said than done. That's funny. It's so much easier said than done. Maestro, what was that other thing that wasn't Wu Wei? Because I'll tell you about Wu Wei. I love Wu Wei. Wu Wei is a Taoist concept. Wu Wei is a Taoist concept, but there's another one. It was Ta something. Let me see if it comes up here. Because look, I'm not teaching y'all Taoism. I don't speak Chinese. I know the word Wu Wei. I don't even know what it means. I just know I know the sounds. Ziran, there we go. See, once again, I don't know what these syllables mean. I know the sound. So I can point you to what they're talking about. You can go listen to somebody who speaks that shit. So this comes out of Taoism. Wu Wei, let me see what they're going to say here. It's the ancient Chinese concept of a polymorphic meaning that expresses inexertion, inaction, or effortless action. Effortless action. It's radical non-doing. Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. I'm the type of motherfucker to sleep, lay down, not move, let it happen. Watch. I'm going to be right there. But see, that's different. See, you can't just do it when you want to. You got to do that. All right. And Ziran is like of its own by itself and naturally, spontaneous, freely in the course of events, of course, doubtlessly. Like Ziran is like, I think it's like talking about the Tao itself. Like it's the nature of the Tao itself. And Wu Wei would be more like the not getting in the way of it. But once again, I'm not a Taoist. I don't speak Chinese. There are motherfuckers who speak Chinese who can tell you about this. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Let me look over here. Because I was looking at, there's a lady who speaks Chinese, and she actually gets into some Taoism. Let me look through this history. What do I need to look up? Let me look up Wu. Let's see what that does. I don't know if I'm spelling right. This might be it right here. I think this is it. Let me see. Let me look. Click. Let me look. Is this that Asian lady? Because she be going into all kind of other stuff too. Nah, I don't know who this nigga is. But stop. Who are you? Fuck you talking about? But this isn't my history. That's what that is. This isn't my history. Like I hadn't recently looked at the Wu-Tang Clan. Damn, how long ago was I looking at that? Fuck. Here, if I look up Wu Wei, let me see what happens. My apologies. This lady. Here. And I'm gonna just show you yeah, that was her. Okay. No, was it? Here, look. This one. Yeah, let me click on the other thing. Because she be talking about all kind of different stuff. So, yeah, what is it? Benabel Wen? There you go. Look at that. See, look, I constantly point y'all niggas to some free shit that's not me. Because I know you don't like me. I know I had to listen to Eric. You're so mean. You don't understand that I need to be nurtured. Shut the fuck up. Get that titty out your mouth. That's mine. Anyway, yeah, this is Taoist idea. Radical non-doing is the way I talk about it. But it's in action. It's a type of action. Who is coming through? The outcome is critical. Benabel went on. Oh, you already knew who I was talking about. Good, there we go. See, leave it to Maestro. There you go. The blind nigga from Rogue One and Thousand Eyes from the Marco Polo Show are good examples of that. The Rogue One. I don't remember that. That's a Star Wars show, wasn't it? Who was the blind nigga in the Rogue One? I just remember. You talking about eyes? I just remember. What's his name? Forrest Whitaker. In the one he was in. Nah, this is different. I don't think I watched this one. I don't know. But some of these Star Wars stories are getting on my goddamn nerves. That's a whole other thing. I'm gonna get into it. Oh my god. My Taiwanese cousin speaks Mandarin in Taiwan. Okay, ask him. Maybe you know. Chinese have a movement right now where they rot. They don't move. Hell yeah, it's lying flat. Political statement for some, but for many it's a way of life. Hell yeah, bro. Look, see this stuff. Knowing stuff intellectually is different from getting in there and doing it. Knowing stuff intellectually is different from getting there and doing it. That's why I want to keep y'all away from just repeating metaphors. Okay. All right, that's what I'm going to do. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, this thing playing with me. Here we go. Defaults. There we go. That's close. Okay. See? Easy. Yeah, Bendo does speak Chinese. Okay, yeah. That's what it sounds like. I know I don't know how it sounds, but that's what I would think it sounds like. The Wu is coming through. Yeah, it's that one. Forrest Whitaker is in that shit too. Okay, how come he ain't in the poster? Oh, man. Come on. Don't do my boy like that. Just give him some shades and he'll be all right. Y'all let Music Soul Child make it out. His eyes wasn't all the way there. Shit. I gotta look up some Music Soul Child. I just thought about that. That's funny. Anyway, sorry guys. Look, Path of the Child, Path of the Mother. Okay, is very, very paradoxical. You have to be laying on there, bro. Do you have a promo code for consultations? Hell no. Well, the price is simple and easy. Ain't no promo, ain't no promotion. Ain't no promotion on that shit. Nah. Look, the guild is the promo. I need to start charging more for that. And I'm like, I'm so broke, bro. I'm so broke. Okay, let me see you at the wing spot. Right? I'm gonna be at your weed man house. Gonna watch you come and get the loud pack. Right? Out there simping, spending what, $57 on a date at McDonald's? What you spending $50 at McDonald's for? I already know. Y'all need to be playing, bro. Y'all need to be playing. It's alright. Talking about the promo. Talking about the promo code, boy. Y'all killing me. Alright, Path of the Mother. Like I said, once again, keep this in mind. It's an angle of approach to the work. All right, so it's going to give you a specific type of methodologies. Generally, they're methodologies that result in some type of detachment. All right, that's usually what they're pushing to you. Once again, not to say whether or not it's right or wrong, but a lot of the shadow work isn't emphasized, guys, and that not doing that is what leads you to creating monuments to your bullshit. Okay? You need to learn to recognize the smell of your own bullshit. Otherwise, you're just going to have your nose in the air claiming it's the rest of the world. And you don't want to be doing that. So, when it comes to Path of the Mother, all right, what you is in the scenario is the same as it was with Path of the Child, to be honest. But it's your relationship with the scenario that's going to be a bit different. On Path of the Child, Genius was right down there at the middle, okay? It served a lot. It was much more personable and served as more of an intermediary between where you are and where you're going. Remember, that's how the methodology works. Where are you on the map and where are you going? Okay? It's set right there in the middle as more of a mediator. You know, think something like a guardian angel or even Jesus himself. I am the light, the truth, and the way. He was the path, okay? Your relationship with Jesus mediated your progress in Christianity. And when it comes to Path of the Mother, this middle path, there isn't anything mediating that. Why? Because it'd just be another form of illusion. And the work on middle path is to see beyond the illusion. Now, like I said, you'll find yourself on all three different paths throughout your experience of life. And I'm going to tell you, look, you don't need to run from illusion. You need to understand it. And I think the people who would teach middle path would say that as well. But they're going to let you take your time. They're going to let you stumble. They're going to let you be wrong. They're going to let you hear what you want to hear. Because you was already going to do that. On the Path of the Mother, genius is not a particular thing or self. Okay? You can use symbols to conceptualize it, to begin to grasp it. But remember, both and neither. As soon as you've grasped anything that you can grasp, you've missed it. Anything that you grasp or try to grasp ain't it. And if you don't try and grasp at all, you missed it too. I'll say it again. Anything you try and grasp, you've missed it. You don't try and grasp at all, you missed it as well. Both and neither. Both and neither. So once again, it's very paradoxical. I love to try and talk about it because I don't mind it. I don't think it's not right. It's most certainly not my cup of coffee. But the way genius works, okay? And I think it's exceptional at illuminating bullshit insofar as you're actually willing to acknowledge it. Yeah. The motherfuckers will just double down on the metaphors and not look back and actually check themselves. Because it's so scary that you might be wrong. It's terrifying. That's why motherfuckers will avoid me. Shit, they will avoid me. I might point it out. Oh shit, do you have a pronoun? I got a pronoun. Alexa Lyris, droopy eye, froze with a guitar. Hell yeah, boy. That's my nigga, man. He be acting, boy. He be in there. You forget all about the eye, boy. Shit, you can be paying $2K for a consultation. Ain't right? Thank you, Society Ejects. There are motherfuckers out here that will pay, they will charge you much more than me, and you'll get much less. $2,000 for an hour, right? Let me guess, he charged you $2,000, so it must be better than what I'm giving you, right? Okay, see, look at the playing field. Holla at your boy. I do this better than just on the basics of what you'll get without even having a consultation. That's why I always suggest the gold level. What you mean $300? That nigga said $2,000. Go ask him what they mean by $2,000. Talking about what I mean by $300. What the fuck you think it should be? That $20 you got in your pocket? Let's stop. $300 gets you, not only does it get you multiple calls, it gets you more than a fucking hour. What makes you think you're going to get it in an hour? What makes you think you can say everything you need to say in an hour? Y'all TikTok and fuck. Can I get it in 5 minutes, Arius? Okay, let's say I gave it to you in 5 minutes. Who's to say you understand that? If somebody explained particle physics to you in 5 minutes, you wouldn't understand it. Because they would use so many, in order to actually do it, they say so many things that you'd never understand that you had to spend the next 55 minutes trying to understand it. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And not only that, I give you the recordings of the shit. Somebody else talked to you for an hour, that shit's just gone. Fuck you mean? Oh, just off the strength of that, should be charging you niggas more. Fuck you. See, you made me charge more. Asking me that shit, boy. Were you done with this live by 12 p.m.? Maybe. Possibly. I gotta make sure I finish talking about what I had to talk about. Stop talking shit. No. Why me, man, is the government. Through your process. See, you better watch out, bro. I better watch out with that shit. I can't wait to grow my own shit, bro. Y'all playing. Why we, man, is the government. All right. Path of a mother. All right. Check me out. What you is still right there at personality and shadow. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even really matter. Why? Because you're gonna let it go. You're gonna detach from it with the methodology. Even a self is illusionary and must be detached. Excuse me. Okay. So making genius some stratification in illusion isn't gonna work. That's why genius is pushed all the way there up to the end. Okay? Because it's not a claim that you're the one thing. But it's not even a claim that you're any one thing. It's both and neither. Usually when I conceptualize genius on the path of the mother, this is why I make the image that image, is because the most you can really get is the negative space of a self. What do I mean when I say the negative space of a self? You can read meters. I know. It's all right. I know. Okay. Let me see. This is the way I like to explain it. Let me see if I can. Nah, I can't just have the cookie. I need the dough. I need you to see what I'm saying. But I can't just say it. Why are you showing me that? There we go. Here, I'll use this, right? Okay. Check me out. So, you have the gingerbread cookie dough. Use the cookie cutter, cut the gingerbread man out. What you have there is the negative space of a gingerbread man. This is what I mean when I say the negative space of a self. It's not a self, and it's not the one thing. It's both and neither at the same time. It's both and neither at the same time. It's highly paradoxical, and it's easy to claim that you understand it because there's no grounds for anybody to tell you you don't. So you really gotta want to see whether or not you do. When I think about the path of the mother, it's like a party of all white outfits, right? And even the smallest stain on an all white outfit ruins the whole thing. That's what Parking Path of the Mother's like. It's just wearing an all-white outfit. Even the smallest stain, the whole outfit is ruined. And some folks are so caught up in being a nigga that's got the flawless outfit immediately. I've risen above all these things. I've detached. I had an ego death, don't you know? And you look, and they got just a little stain right there. The whole outfit is done. But see, most folk, your outfit ain't even white, bro. That's beige. You should have got a whole new outfit. You trying to use that old outfit you got. Nah, it ain't gonna work, bro. But because nobody's at the door checking you, telling you, you just walk in with whatever and claim that you it. See, when a nigga walk in for real and got that white on, it's gonna be obvious that you dirty. But then you just gonna play and hate. And look, then you gonna have even more shit on your outfit. Genius on Path of the Mother will illuminate all the shit on your outfit. So if you're dedicated to actually seeing, actually detaching, it will illuminate all of that shit. But like most people, if what you're actually dedicated to is escaping the fact that your outfit is dirty, trying to overlook this stain, like most of my outfit is white, ain't that good enough? No. And you know it's not. You know it's not. That's what Path of the Mother is good for. I'll tell you what, illuminating shit. But unless you dedicated yourself to the shadow work, it ain't gonna do you no good. You just gonna feel nice. You gonna think, you gonna swear you done got to the upper room. You done hit the all white party. Just cause you got an outfit. Nah, bruh. Not with them shoes. Them shoes ain't white, bruh. Yeah, my shoes white. No. Look at the side. Look at the side. Matter of fact, go ahead, pick your shoe up. Let me see the bottom. I didn't think that counted. Fuck you mean that don't count? How you figure? Nah, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. They need a nigga at the door for real. Put me at the door in the all white. I'ma check you out, but lift up your collar. Nah, bro, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Nah, bro, chill. Nah, I can't even come in here with that. You can't come in here with that. Them pants don't even match that jacket, bro. What is that, eggshell? Flat white? Look, I'm doing wall paint. That's all I really know. I'll tell you I'm capping if I'm capping, bro. Chill out. This is funny. You've been given more than 2 hours on gold too. Hell yeah, bro. I love my gold level clients. I'm gonna give it to you. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? I love to spend the first call letting you get out everything you can so I can hear exactly where you at. Look, sometimes people get into a consultation. This is the first time you've talked to anybody about this shit. You're going to need more than an hour. You're going to need time to figure out how to say something you've never said before. Not only that, you're going to need somebody to listen to you about it. Not just hear you say it. Fuck you mean? Well, stop. I'm trying to tell them, but they don't want to hear it. That's the same thing. And they're going to hear what they want to hear, man. No self as opposed to no self. There you go, bro. I like that. Throw that hyphen in there. It's the both and neither. It's the both and neither. I'm so serious, bro. It's a very thin line. It's subtle and paradoxical. And you have to grasp that. You have to comprehend that if you're going to walk that line. Otherwise, you're going to be off course telling yourself you on course. The Diddy party. What? Y'all better put the baby oil away, bro. Chill out. Look, man, that be killing me. The motherfuckers is quick to look at Diddy. Like, look, I'm not a Diddy fan. I'm not a Puffy fan. But I tell you what, he ain't the first motherfucker out there to have one of them Hollywood parties. But y'all steady got Diddy as the archetype of that. Nah, bro, chill out, bro. Talk about Patrick Stacey and them, bro. Chill out. Ask Terry Crews what they be motherfucking. Terry Crews told y'all motherfucker, dude walked up, grabbed his meat. Well, how come that motherfucker ain't the archetype or something? Not Terry Crews, a nigga who out here grabbing meat. I tell you why. That J word. That why. We better quit playing. Path of the Mother for me is like playing dolls, but you're the player and the doll. Yes, both and neither. Both and neither. Yep. I'm so serious, y'all. It's deeply paradoxical. And if you have to deeply want to see where you're bullshitting yourself. Because if you don't, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna find a way to get that bone colored white to really be the pristine white. Let me look at an all white outfit. Let me see what they got on here. I'd say Travis may just be doing the mental path stuff, bro. He was asleep on his live stream the other day. That shit was funny, bro. I'm like, man, that nigga still live? I looked in there, boy, he was. I was like, damn, that was funny. At some point, it stopped showing his video, and you can just hear the snore. I was like, yeah, that's funny. That's a 24-hour stream. The niggas was on there, but. All right, look, got the all white outfit, right? It look crisp, it look clean. One little stain ruins the whole thing. The whole thing. You have to be dedicated to not just finding a stain, not just being a nigga with the outfit, but if it need be cleaned, you have no problem going and cleaning it. You probably love the cleaning more than the being clean. See, you have to throw yourself into the process and be unconcerned with the product. If you're gonna walk that line, you have to be dedicated to the process. Love the process. And stop expecting or thinking you might understand the product. If you think you grasp the Tao, you've missed it. And if you haven't tried to grasp it at all, I'm certain you've missed it. Bruh, it's out here. The shit's out here. So I'm not going to tell you it's wrong or it's right. It's both and neither, especially this one. Especially this one. It's only girls with the all white outfit. What a dude all white outfit at? Oh no. Look, they matching they whites, boy. They matching they whites. They know how to do that. They matching they white. So you gotta want to see it, bro. Real shit. You gotta want to see it deeply. These passive ascensions are angle of approach to the territory. Angle of approach to the work. So first, you need to know the metaphysical framework. What mall are you at and how is it set up? You have to know the metaphysics first. After you understand the metaphysics and how it's all set up, then you can worry about your angle of approach. And you need both of those in order to understand the methodology. If you got methodology and you don't understand that, either you're using physicalism, and so it ain't quite what you think it is, or you just repeating what somebody else has said. Look, you can, because of what a you is, bro, you can do all kind of shit off the strength of faith, off the strength of belief. I'm not going to lie to you. But whether or not you can tell somebody how to do that, teach somebody how to do that, that's a whole different thing now. That's a whole different thing now. I can tie my shoe, but I don't want to teach nobody to tie my shoe. I got to learn how to say it a certain way, how to think about it a certain way. I got to worry about your motherfucking ass. I don't like teaching. But I'm good at it. And ain't nobody else talking about this. This is why, bro, like, when I do the guild, bro, and I've been trying to work up to get to this, I do subject certifications now. And I want to certify you to teach this. But I'm not just going to let you out there. No. Because look, you're free to go do whatever the fuck you want to. I didn't certify you and you're out there, bro. I'm going to be in the crowd. I'm going to be in the audience. Boo! Real shit. I want to set you up for success. Real shit. I'd love to teach motherfuckers how to teach this. To develop their own schools of thought. To have, not necessarily adversarial schools of thought, although you can be free to do that, but schools of thought that compete with each other. Opponent processing. Okay? So that they build, that they grow. Iron sharpens iron or something like that, right? There's all kinds of different schools of thought. Motherfuckers are so caught up in trying to find the ultimate real truth, they miss how any of that works. There's plenty of room for various philosophical schools of thought. The motherfucker's so scared to be wrong, they don't understand what it means to be right. They're playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. Bro, that's basic human shit. That ain't even spiritual. Let me see what this is. Freak offs. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's from like a show or something. I'm sorry, maestro. I'm not cool. If you don't find your bullshit, you'll fall into the mother's trap, nihilism. Because look, man, some people are there just for the feel goods. And you can't just be for the feel goods. Mama will spoil that milk. And like I said, because I said this in one of the guild sessions before, if you hit nihilism, especially on Path of the Mother, it's because even though you're claiming not to expect that there should be some meaning to it all that you can find, if you hit nihilism, it's because you were expecting that. Like, because for a lot of people who get into spiritual stuff, nihilism is the end. And it's usually because they didn't necessarily fully leave that old metaphysics. Physicalism, one of the logical conclusion to physicalism is nihilism. Like, you can look at the philosophers of the Western world, like your boy Nietzsche, right? Because he's one of the motherfuckers who lived what he believed. He didn't just talk the shit. Nihilism is the end result of this dualistic Cartesian project. This is why people don't feel connected to reality. You've been untethered from the heavens. Where's the quote from Nietzsche? Because I've been writing this book, and I put the quote itself in the book. Where'd I put it? Here, because you got to read it. He's like, he's the one that the idea of "we've killed God" is attributed to. He wasn't the first person to say it. I think Hegel said it before him, and I don't even think Hegel was the first person to say it. Let me open this up. This should be it. Yeah, I'm working on this book. I have to stop it a while and then go back. Stop and go back. Otherwise, I'm too caught up in the track that I think it's supposed to be on, and I miss what the fuck it's doing. Okay, I'm not gonna show you that. Oh, where is it at? Where is it at? Oh, I put it in the footnotes, didn't I? I love footnotes. I'm such a nerd. Here it is. Okay. Can you even see that on here? Let me bring this back up. Nah, let me zoom in so you can just see the footnote there. I gotta zoom just a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. So it's number 6 down here. The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche is famous for his statement that God is dead. He's usually attributed as being the one who said that. But like I said, it's been said before him. A previous German philosopher named Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel is attributed with having said it before him. And honestly, the concept has appeared minimally in prior German works. Nietzsche, however, is attributed with making it famous. And here's the quote. God is dead. God remains dead. And we have killed him. How shall we comfort ourselves, the murderers of all murderers? What was holiest and mightiest of all that the world has yet owned has bled to death under our knives. Who will wipe this blood off of us? What water is there for us to clean ourselves? What festivals of atonement, what sacred games shall we have to invent? Is not the greatness of this deed too great for us? Must we ourselves not become gods simply to appear worthy of it? Untethering from the heavens. When I say physicalism is made not to have the spiritual shit in there, this is part of what I'm pointing to. This is the Western ontology. God has been removed. This is what he means. You kill God. You've untethered yourself from the heavens. Your ontology has no continuity with the divine. As a matter of fact, it suggests there is no divine. This is why I tell y'all, if you're using physicalism, you're invoking physicalism to try to explain spirituality. Melanin, glands, back oil, vibrating quizziloqualas. You're wrong. The metaphysics you're using doesn't work like that. The metaphysics, look, there's no Old Navy at that mall. You in the mall ain't got an Old Navy talking about, I'm about to go get that 35% off. Boy, you're lying. And I don't care how much you try and finagle it, ain't no Old Navy at that mall. That mall was made not to have an Old Navy. And once you can start to understand that, maybe we can get you to a different mall. But you steady trying to find the Old Navy in a mall that was made not to have it. I done found the Hot Topic, melanin. I found the Sears photo section, right? Cells, Kundalini oil, right? Glands. There's a food court over here. Magnetosphere, dark energy. I don't care what's over there. I'm telling you, this mall is made not to have what you're looking for. And the more you try and assert that it's there, the dumber you are, bro. The dumber you're gonna look. The more wrong you are. Look, go to the mall. Go to a mall ain't got no Old Navy and try and make it the case. It don't work, and it's not because I'm saying it don't work. It don't work. Physicalism don't got an Old Navy. It don't have an upper level. You looking for the escalator to go to the next level of the mall? Ain't no upper level here. You swear you're going to find it. You try and jump up on a bench, and look, you're a little higher than everybody else walking around. You swear you done hit the upper room, the upper level. No. This mall don't have an upper level. By design. It's not that the mall is wrong. Well, they really should have an upper level. No, it doesn't. You don't even know how a mall is made. Do you know how the foundation of that one is set up? Do you know it would weigh too much if you put an upper level on there? And it would crush the whole mall. It ain't made to have an upper level. It don't have an upper level. It's an issue of the framing of the metaphysics. It's made not to be that way. And you can't just pretend there's an upper level. Because then you've missed the whole mall, bruh. Fuck out of here. Your metaphysics has you untethered from the heavens. There is no continuity with anything beyond the physical. It will not lead you to spirituality. I don't care how many spooky words you put around the word cell. It's not about spirituality. Melanin, not about spirituality. There ain't no upper level on that mall. Fuck. You steady looking for... You on the mall walking around telling niggas about the elevator. Ain't no upper level. Talking about a conspiracy to hide the elevator. Ain't no upper level in that mall. Shit. You don't even want to leave that mall, so you try and hang up fake maps or maps from another mall and claim it's the mall you in. You take a map from a mall that's got 2 levels, try and put it over this one and say, this is what they was really talking about. You wrong. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm there. I'm done. We hitting 3 hours here, guys. All right. If you're in the guild, I got office hours at 3 o'clock. Until then, Uh, have a great fucking day, right?